Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to Chit Chat Comedy Podcast. I'm your host, Patty Rossborough, and here is our other lovely, beautiful host, Carrie Carravis.
How are you?
Fantastic.
And our lovely guests today are Danny Cohen, my
I think
favorite.
You have to turn that off, Danny Cohen.
I got to turn the
My
volume
favorite
up. Hi.
Danny Cohen.
It's good to be here.
And Jodie Wasserman, another
Jodie
fave of
Wasserman.
mine.
Hi.
Thank God you two came all the way out to Queens, to the
Yes,
rec room.
to the rec room. We're here, and Adam is on controls, as you can tell, doing a
course.
fine job.
Beautiful. It's working.
It's working.
We got people watching.
And
You do?
Yeah.
Yes, already.
We do.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, I'm going to share this on my wall so we can
please.
do
Definitely do.
Share
Please
it on
do.
your vaginal wall.
that. Share it.
Excuse
So guys, what's
me?
going
Go,
on?
uh,
Hi.
Well,
Well, tell
let's talk about, Carrie was noticing some things with Christmas lights recently.
Well, my week first. I want to talk
Oh,
about
tell
my
me about
week.
your week,
Okay, I'm
please.
going to tell you about my week.
Okay,
we
please.
rehearsed this, Patty.
I was supposed
Here's
to say,
what
tell me about your week.
I'm very angry.
Okay.
The other day, I'm driving on the
Yes.
frickin' LIE, which I hate the LIE because they don't clean the LIE. They don't sweep up the rocks.
Okay.
So all of a sudden, I'm driving and bam, I hit like such a loud bang. And I'm like, what the hell did I just hit?
It's like a gunshot.
It's a gunshot,
Yes,
right? But it was
yes.
louder than a regular pebble.
Yes.
It was like a boulder.
It's terrifying when
And
that
I was
happens.
right. So I was probably doing a live at the moment, so I didn't notice it coming at me. Because I drive.
Yes, she drives and does her lives.
Drives and the live drive.
She does the
I'm a
live
live
drives,
drive.
which I
You're a live
disagree
I'm a
with.
drive-by live.
I disagree with that, Carrie.
All right,
But
whatever.
go ahead.
So I can multitask. Anyway, so all of a sudden, I'm looking at the windshield. I'm like, this is unbelievable.
Did
I
it
can't.
sma- you
No,
didn't smash
it didn't
it?
break anything. So
It
I'm
was
like,
a hard- right.
unbelievable.
No cracks.
Nothing.
You lucked out.
2 days later,
Oh,
a spider from by my windshield wipers.
yes.
A little spider crack like that, like that. Now it is
Replace the whole
complete-
thing. You
it's
better
like
replace the whole
a
thing.
5.5 foot stretch across my windshield. No, but I shouldn't have to be responsible for that. I think I should sue somebody on the LIE. I don't know who.
Good luck with that. I mean, no, I think you should. I'm just saying.
There has to be
They will.
something.
They've got all the money to fight you for that.
You know, and these trucks, really, they should have a net or something over their debris.
Yes,
It's shooting off the back.
Yes.
And people, you know what really pisses me off? People who put like an entire, like, listen, pay the $50 and have your shit delivered by a professional truck. Don't load everything on your stupid little Fiat while it's barreling off your car and killing everybody behind you.
Exactly.
And it's the weather. The weather made the spider crack
Made it worse.
bigger, right?
Right, the hot and cold.
cold.
That's what somebody.
Hot and
That's what
cold.
my husband told me, but
Right.
I don't know how much I
See,
can believe
boys
him.
know that kind of thing.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so yeah,
We don't know about that.
that was my week, and I'm really pissed off because it's probably going to cost me a couple $100. Then I could have put a pair of boots. I could have bought boots with that $200.
I do like your boots that you have on today.
Thank
and may I
you.
point out Jodie Wiener's cute little.
Wasserman.
What did I just?
Because we were talking about Jodie Wiener before the podcast for 5 minutes.
Jodie Wiener.
Oh my God,
I
she's
said
not
it.
a bad person.
I did not say Jodie Wiener.
No, Jodie
I
Wiener
did-
is
I am
not
not-
a...
First of all, I am not Jodie
Oh,
Wiener.
We were talking about Jodie
We need to
Wiener.
start over.
Yeah.
No,
not-
we're not starting over.
was such
No,
a
she's
faux
wrong
pas.
on that one. Yes, it was a faux pas because we.
Okay, Patty Vitale.
Oh my God. You're not taking it seriously. You realize, right?
No, I don't. First
I would
of
be
all,
fine if you call me Pat because I happen to Patty Vitale.
Well,
is
I
a
don't
friend
even.
of mine.
I don't know Patty Vitale, but I just picked any.
She's
Patty
That
very-
was a
I
good
like
one,
Patty
though.
Vitale.
That was a good
All
one.
right,
But
all
wait,
right.
now hold on.
I'm just going to call you Jodie from now on. We don't get in trouble.
Exactly.
Now, wait a minute. I do want to ask you about the Christmas lights because that's another thing you said is pissing you off about the Christmas lights. Yes or no?
Yes, but because at what point do you people? How lazy are you? It's already February. Take the Christmas lights down. Take them down.
Okay, wait. Let me explain something. some people, okay, I was a single mother, okay, and I did the Christmas lights and everything else. And I remember when it was Valentine's Day and I took a picture of these kids and my neighbor's kid was in the picture. And she was like, oh, can I have a picture? That's a cute picture of my kid. And I got doubles for her. And she's looking at the picture and they're holding the Valentines and everything. And she goes, Patty, is that your Christmas tree in the background in the picture? And I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, I don't always take the tree down right away. She goes, but it's Valentine's Day. And then so then she shamed me into it, but she took one of the pictures and she keeps it on her refrigerator just to prove.
What not to do?
Yeah. She feels better about herself.
That's
because I
great.
actually didn't take it down till. Do you guys decorate? You're single? You decorate?
Yeah, no,
But wait, Danny, you're Jewish, Cohen.
I am Jewish.
You don't
but-
put up a
but
tree?
I would, but I'm neat. I have a neat house. So things don't hang around. If things have to
Right.
go, things
They
go.
gotta go.
I have like my refrigerator. There's nothing rotten in my refrigerator.
Oh.
So I clean. So if I were a Christmas person,
Yes.
the lights would be down immediately after New Year's.
Right, the day after.
A week after.
Like this.
really-
Technically, I'm going to fill you all in.
What are the technical? Yeah.
January 8th is the day
Good.
shit comes down.
Right. Because you want an extra week.
Right. But you know what? It's from like the day after Thanksgiving till Christmas. We get it now. January 8th is the cutoff. You got to take it down.
To the religious Jews, we have Sukkot. And
A
there are these,
Sukkot?
those are the huts with the bamboos on top. You ever see those huts in
No.
September?
No.
So in Brooklyn, and because there are a lot of Jews, and also parts of Jersey and parts of
Okay.
Long Island, you'll see huts.
What's
with
a
I have
bamboo.
never seen
They're
a
called
bamboo
Sukkot, right? And to people, some of the Orthodox Jews will leave their Sukkot. They're called Sukkot. They're sukkahs. They'll leave them up way into January. And they'll blow away, because it gets windy in January. And they're just,
if that blew on my lawn, I think.
oh yeah, bamboos are flying all over the place in my backyard.
I never heard of such a thing.
Yeah,
This is amazing.
so that's what the Orthodox Jews have.
Now
yeah.
you're Jewish, right?
Mhm.
Wasserman.
Wasserman.
Yeah, Wiener's Jewish too.
It was so funny.
All right, we got
We got to move on, Jodie.
Jodie is like you're
You gotta
burning.
let it
And
go.
going, what's
She
going
is. She's pissed at me
Yeah,
now.
like
I
what
don't
do you
blame her.
How long are you going to hold on to that?
Now, let me
what's
explain
going
to
on?
everybody that's watching because we went over this before the cameras went on.
Yeah.
Do not. She says, "I know I'm going to call you this. I know I'm going to call you. I
But
know I'm
why
going
would you call me that?
It
if
was
you
so
know,
innocent.
Right, stay
No,
out
it
of
was- it was innocent.
Why would you call me that if you know my name for years?
I know it for years.
Years.
No, but that was a faux pas. But that was a
And we
menopausal
discussed
faux
it.
pas.
We discussed it before. I said, I'm not going to call you
I
Jodie.
always find it to be catty.
No.
No!
It's totally.
Not her.
You know why?
You know I didn't do that on
Lynn
purpose.
Coplitz did that to me once.
Okay, well, maybe she
would
did-
do it to me. She'd introduce me on stage. This is my very, very close friend, Jodie Wiener. I'm like, my name is not Jodie Wiener. That's another comic, and we're totally not alike.
Okay, let me explain something. Do you
We
know
are
Jodie?
completely different.
You are different. Let me explain something.
Well, she's a brunette and you're a blonde.
I
Can we
wanna
go further?
I want to get
you want
into
me to
the
get
minutia of
nasty?
this.
No. I don't want to
Because
talk.
it's really
I don't
deep.
want to trash.
There's some deep hurt here, and I want to get into the minutia.
Well,
of
I've
it.
been called Corey Kahaney numerous times. Wait
I
a
call
minute.
you Corey Kahaney. To Kevin, I go, Corey
are
Kahaney.
you? How are you, Corey Kahaney?
I've been called Corey Kahaney, and actually, I've actually had someone come up to me and go, you're not as dirty as people say you are, because apparently Corey Kahaney has gotten a little more.
She's so not dirty.
She's so not dirty.
She's very clean.
She's
Is she
Yeah.
dirty
now?
Oh, maybe
she
she's
always
dirty.
has been.
No,
Squeaky
please.
clean.
I don't know, but somebody came up and they said, you're not as dirty. Meanwhile, I was always the one saying, fuck off, fuck you.
Sure.
Right? And Corey wasn't. So
Right.
then I called her and I go, somebody came up to me and said, we didn't think you were. And I'm like, who do you think I am? And they're like, Corey Kahaney. I'm like, no, I'm not. But anyway, make a long story short,
Yes.
last week for New Year's, I was doing the Playhouse in Syosset. And in the paper, they go, Long Island's naughtiest mom. And they did this whole
I don't want to say.
right? And it's Maria Walsh with a picture of me.
No.
Oh, God.
That's
Okay, wait.
amazing.
Now,
Oh,
I don't
my
mind that,
God.
but Maria Walsh, and it was a really ugly picture of me. So I'm so
should have been happy.
I was happy because they didn't connect it to me. I can imagine now Maria Walsh going, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm 500 pounds fatter. I'm like a distorted face. Like, I mean, she must have been like, why?
Well, no one does that with men. It's only women.
No, that's not true. Please let me finish. Okay. Joe Moffa, who is one of my favorite, dearest, oldest friends in the world.
He's funny.
Wait, or as I like to call him, Fred Flintstone.
I love Joe. He
I'm
likes
bringing
cats.
up Joe Moffa on stage. I've known him for 25 years. I love him. One of my dearest friends. Okay. I'm bringing him up on stage. I go, oh my God, I'm going to bring up my very best friend. He's the funniest guy you'll ever see. You're going to love him. Please help me welcome Joey Vega. I swear to God. And he comes up to the microphone and he goes, Patty, what are you doing? And I go, what do you mean? Like, I didn't even know I did it. He goes, I'm not Joey Vega. And I go, well, then who are you? Because I still didn't know.
But you said that you get
I
names
screw
mixed
up names and
Oh my
numbers.
God.
My fiance, on our very first date, I gave him the wrong address to our house. And I'm calling him up and I'm like, where are you? You're late. My kids are at the sitter. And he goes, it's this. Are you sure it's this? And he does the number. And I go, that's it. But that wasn't it. Even when he told me.
Because you're not listening.
No, because I get numbers jumbled in my head. Thank
But
you.
Okay,
she's
I
saying
did that to
she's-
Jim David.
She's taking responsibility. She knows the truth.
I'm agreeing.
Right, no.
I did a heinous
But
thing.
I do it all the time. Not
That's
all the
funny.
time, but you know what happens to me? Like Jim David and I had just gotten back from doing Amsterdam, and it wasn't have fun with Jim because he didn't hang out with me at all.
The one in Rotterdam?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's thrilling.
whatever, wherever.
What?
Wait,
Did you do
so he didn't want to hang out with me every night.
Good.
Listen, I'm in Amsterdam with Jim David, and I go
You
to.
don't want to hang when you're with Jim David. You don't want to hang out with Jim David. I love Jim David, but he's a pain in the ass.
Look,
He is?
He is.
Oh.
I'll tell you that story real quick. On
Okay,
the plane,
He talks about
I'm
himself
scared
all
to
the
death.
time. Anyway.
I'm sitting next to him, and the plane goes like that, and I go, "Oh my God, Jim, what do you think that is?" He goes, "No, get up, get up." And I go, "What?" He goes, "Get up. I'm not going to deal with this for 9 hours."
Are you kidding me?
I had to go sit by myself.
Oh my God.
He
You
really
see,
kicked you
Drug-
out?
drug-
He
he
kicked
drives
out.
me crazy.
He's so drama, right? So then
Drama.
we get to the hotel,
Oh my
and
God.
in Europe they give you a big key with a big block on it. So you got to bring the key in. You don't take it with you. You can't put it in your purse because it's like a brick on the end of it.
In the airplane you're talking about.
No, in the hotel.
Oh,
Rotterdam?
In Amsterdam. So now, Jim
You mean
David,
the key to your
the room, to your room.
It comes with a block.
It comes like a big block,
thing?
and then the key, and then
Oh.
you hand it in.
Okay.
And then when you come back from wherever you go, you
They do
Oh,
it on
like
purpose,
old
so you don't
school.
carry
they
it
give you the
around.
key.
I
So
see.
when you're out, your key is in the block,
Oh, right.
in the
In the thingy, the
thing,
cubby.
in each number.
Right.
Okay.
So I called Jim David. I'm like, let's go out tonight. And he's like, after the show, right? He's like, no, I'm tired. I'm going. All right, I'm going to lay down and go to sleep. So all of a sudden, I'd be in my room changing to go out by myself. And I would come out and I'd see his fucking key there. I'm like, that son of a bitch went out without me.
Oh, well.
Oh, he
maybe-
wanted a cruise.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was
That
He
looking
didn't
was
for
about
want a
sex.
woman
I would
with
have been a
him.
cock
He was looking for
Clearly.
some ass. You were
Yeah.
getting in the way.
You were in his way.
All right, whatever.
Wow.
God,
In
look
Amsterdam.
at Jim.
None of you ever
But
did
no,
that
but
gig
so
in Amsterdam?
so now we had just
Yes,
got
the
yeah.
TV show,
You
right?
did it?
Yeah, I've done the TV show twice, but I've done colleges there, and I've done like some weird comedy,
Tour.
whatever the hell
I
that
did
was
this little
festival.
I did the little tour and then the TV show, and I did it with Melvin George and Chuck Nice.
Oh. Did they hang out with
no,
you? Did they?
Yes.
Melvin does not hang out.
Oh, he hung out.
Oh, he hung out with
did?
you. He
Oh,
didn't
we had
hang out with
fun.
me.
And I didn't let him smoke pot.
Oh, God, he does.
No, I
He-
didn't
he's
let
got
him.
one kidney or something.
Yeah, because he can't do
think he
drugs.
could-
But
Oh,
we
you can't
smoke
do
a
drugs.
lot of pot.
Well, that's a big place to buy pot, right?
Ooh.
I
If
don't
my
smoke.
child is watching, don't ever do that. That's not
We're talking
I am
about
not a
pots
pot
and
smoker.
pans.
pots. Right.
Um,
Wait, but just to quickly close this, I'm on stage at Cellar, and Jim David's there. I just finished doing a show with him for a whole fucking week,
Right?
and I go, coming to the stage. We just got back from Amsterdam. Greatest guy in the world. So funny. He's been on everything. You're gonna love him. Keep it going for.
Yeah.
That.
Right.
And I
Blank.
just
Happens to be
blanked.
blank.
And then
Right.
all of a sudden he goes, Jim David, you bitch.
I love it.
People take it so personally.
I know. And
Oh,
then
you
he
know
gets
what?
up and
It
he
is
did 10
personal.
minutes. He did it 10 minutes on me, on how I fucked up his name and a bitch and of this. He fucking was so funny though. I gotta give him.
My ex-husband, I had to bring him up on stage at the comic strip, and this is right before. This is when we were dating. Was it right before we were dating? But we really knew each other really well. And I said, "Please put your hands together for And the same thing. I couldn't think of his name.
Wow.
Like I really know him.
Think of his
I did it
name.
to Scott Blakeman too. I go, let's hear it for my very good friend. And Scott Blakeman goes, really funny. I go, I'm not being funny. I go,
It happens
I
to
go,
so many people.
what's your name?
Oh, my
He goes, and he goes, come on, like I'm being an
like he was
asshole.
doing a joke.
I go, for real, what's your name? And he goes, Scott Blakeman. I go, oh, right. So I hate emceeing. And anytime I MC, I have a little piece of paper, I stick it in my bra.
I write it on my
and
hand.
that way I can pull it out. And if I go blank, and if I go up without the piece of paper, I'm going to go blank because I have so much anxiety about it.
And for those people who are listening or watching, these are people that we know for years and years and work with
Yes.
for years and years. So to forget someone's name is nuts. It's like forgetting your teacher's name in school when you have them all year.
That's right. And I always have to ask Kevin, like when we're at a place where there are comics, like when he comes to like to a comedy party or whatever, like we'll be talking to people. I go, "Who's that again?" And he always knows the comic's name, and I don't. I can't remember the
so
name.
funny.
I'm
the
just,
reason
you know,
why I
don't-
think like I get upset is because I'm so insecure that you get upset.
But why? Why would you be insecure?
I don't care if people call me
listen.
something else.
You're amazing.
You know, you get
kidding me,
you get a
really?
little upset. You go, "Wow, I'm a nobody." Like,
Wait, are you kidding?
Nobody knows my name.
This is
Listen,
our
when
third
I
podcast.
when I
We
get
want
brought
it-
up when I get brought up as Corey Kahaney, I purposely have a very bad set.
Why not?
Why not?
Ruin their name.
I have to. Do we have anybody asking a question?
Lynn.
Yes.
Lynn Weisberger. It's worse when you forget your child's name. That's true, Lynn.
Oh, that is horrible.
That's true. Or you confuse your children.
I often call my kid the wrong name too.
Lynn was Peter for the longest time, and my mom only has 2 kids. So I guess someone called Lynn Peter.
Yeah.
Yes, that's rough. As
She
a
does
parent.
look a little bit like a Peter, though.
I don't know, Lynn.
I love Lynn.
Thank you, Lynn, for chiming in.
You know, Lynn?
Lynn actually was married to a comedian. I was in an improv group with Billy Hine. So yeah, that's how I know
okay.
Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
My uncle Simon keeps calling me. He called me 4 times in a row
Well,
since
tell
we've
him
been
you
on.
can't.
Why?
What's he
Did you
saying?
talk- Maybe
No, he
Aunt
just-
Shelley?
No, nothing. He wants to pick me up before tomorrow.
Well,
Why?
tell him
Whatever.
okay.
No, he's just
Now
you
let me.
know.
So you're
Uncle
now. I
Simon.
just want to explain to the people
Yeah.
that you're normally not dressed like this.
Oh yeah. I was painting. Yeah,
I think he
was
looks cute,
painting.
though.
I was painting.
You're a
all
mess.
Day, so yeah.
Now he's
was
an
stenciling.
incredible stand-up. I mean,
So
incredible,
funny.
so fucking funny.
Thank you.
So
I have
funny.
to say fucking because he's so fucking
Yeah?
funny.
That's
All
right.
And
Yeah.
then he is an artist.
And then I stencil.
He
also.
stencils.
He has-
What's the difference?
A painting and stenciling. Painting, it's boring. You just paint a wall.
But what you
And then
stenciling is
And
tracing.
Stenciling is tracing, right? You take the plastic and you hang it up, and you have to trace in the whole thing.
Wait a minute. So
It's
you're
beautiful.
you're stenciling over somebody else's work.
No, I stencil over
Your own work.
No, a plain wall. So there's a solid wall, and then I buy the stencil. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm selling my patience. So you like something done, I have the patience, and I'll do it for you.
Gotcha.
Because it takes a long time to stencil a wall.
It is so
but
beautiful.
anyone can do it.
And
if you have
on your
patience.
Facebook thing today, I saw the thing that you stenciled on Jodie's bedroom
trees?
wall of the tree
Yeah.
with the little birds
Yeah,
coming
Yeah.
out.
And the cats.
And it was
sleeping
like
under
so
the-
pretty.
The
and
cats
I,
love it.
It's so nice. He's very talented. Also, it's not just like tracing things. It's like what color
Yes.
goes with.
Right, you have to have
the-
that artistic.
He's very
yeah.
artistic, and like some of his things, and he puts them up on Facebook, are just like they blow you away. They're
Right.
like amazing.
Colored and design is very important, depending on the room and the
Could
light
you
and whatever.
stencil like a bear trap over my bed? So my husband is afraid to enter the room
We'll
funny,
give it a
because he's a
shot.
hairy bear. Whatever.
And Jodie, what's your day job? What's your day gig?
You know, I work for my friend. He has a gynecologist's office.
Oh, I think I forgot you did that because you used to sell clothing and stuff.
Yes, I used to do clothing.
And now you work for a gynecologist?
Yes.
How's that?
God,
You seen one, you seen them all.
I mean, it's a lot of itchy vagina.
Oh God. yes.
Right, she
That's
gets
what I
a-
hear all day.
I
a
don't think
lot
I
of
could
phone
work.
calls with
A
itchy
a lot of
vaginas.
phone calls.
Can I tell them? They don't even have to go to a gynecologist. If anyone's watching and there's this itchy, I will tell you what you do. No nylon underpants. Is this what the doctor tells them? No nylon underpants. No, what are those thongs? No thongs. Cotton. I know they're not pretty.
In general, you're saying, or when you come to the doctor's
No.
office?
In life, wear
In life.
cotton undies And don't wear underpants to bed. When you sleep, you need air. You need it to breathe.
Okay, how about showering, Patty? And the itch will go away. Shower every day, and I guarantee you won't have an itch. I don't have an itch.
Do you shower every day?
Yes.
Look.
Do you?
Every day.
I do not shower every day.
Not.
When I'm coming here and I'm seeing people, I shower.
You got to shower from the waist
No,
down.
I
if you
shower
can't do
every day.
I mean, you got to shower the mouth.
I have problems. See, I think
Go ahead.
I don't think young people shower really like in their 20s.
No, I think that's when they do shower because they're the ones getting laid.
They're not. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people who don't do a lot. I have a lot of friends who don't shower often.
But you don't have 20-year-old friends. What are you talking about?
No, but like,
Well, I mean, do you?
no,
Wait, you just went from millennials and then now you're talking
the
about your friends.
millennials. That's a different thing because I work with a lot of millennials, and they don't shower. They don't wash their hair.
That's
just don't.
disgusting.
Well,
I don't
washing
know.
the hair is a thing. No, okay. It's not a cleanliness. Washing the hair, they say if you wash it, you can really kill your hair if you wash it.
Too
you should
often.
Wash it right too
It
often.
depends how greasy you are.
Right. So shampooing your hair, no
But
big
you
deal.
shower every day, Danny, right?
You know what? Sometimes I'll skip a day.
Even if you're going out.
No, if I'm going out,
If
I
I'm
always
going
shower.
right and stand up
there-
comedy, going out in front of an
If
audience.
I'm in my
always
pajamas
should.
all day and I'm in the house all day,
Exactly.
sometimes I'll skip.
That's it.
My husband skips, and I'm like, get in the shower.
No.
I can't.
If I was with somebody, I would shower every day. But I'm alone, so I'm not going to shower every day. I'm just hanging around my. What did I do?
I get it. You're in
Exactly.
your own funk.
And
You
you're
don't
going to wear
care.
your same
Right.
pajamas you woke up in. You're going to wear to bed that night. Why would you take them off? And you're not like having sex with anyone. You're not
Right.
going to meet
well,
anyone.
we're not
It's a little
either.
depressing. It's a little.
I still have to shower. Otherwise, my husband would be a ball of dirt like Linus from whatever that thing
But
is.
2 days
Charlie-
won't go by.
Charlie
I won't
Brown.
shower. Like 2 days won't go by and I don't shower.
I have done that.
I'll skip one day
I have done 2 days.
when I'm sick.
No, there are people who go out and about to work.
Oh,
They
yeah.
No, no, I
socialize
don't do
For 4
and
days,
they don't
3 days.
shower.
but let's just
But
say.
don't you feel better when the water
Yes.
hits you
100%.
and you're just like,
No.
oh my
I
God.
you know,
do.
I always
I
do.
do.
Face, pits, crotch. If I don't take a bath,
Oh, that's
face,
great.
pits.
That's like a cheer. Face, pitch,
Face,
face, pitch, trot. I should teach that to my daughter.
so that everything's covered in case you run into somebody. Like if I'm just doing groceries and I'm just like, and I gotta go and I'm late, it's like da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't always have to.
Michael
Well,
Michael
Gunther is loving
Yes,
it. He's like
please.
LOLing.
Good.
Oh.
Well,
Hi,
look,
Michael.
my kids, it's a
Michael.
battle to get my kids in the shower, you know.
Right.
A battle
I don't.
And
I can't get out of the shower.
once you're in.
Once I'm in,
I
half
love
hour.
it. Me
Really?
too.
You take a half-hour
Oh, me too.
shower?
The hot
A shower.
water.
20 minutes to a half hour.
I do a tub an hour. I can do 40 minutes.
That's
in
not
a
very
tub.
eco-friendly.
Look, I don't care. I'll be in there for 5 years. I don't
Rena
care.
Zager would be very angry at you if she found out.
Can I-
Rena
Who's
Zager doesn't shower.
Well,
Rena
you shower for Rena Zager.
Let's
I'm
not
joking,
save
Rena.
the water for that.
Rena Zager showers
Can I?
People-
Here's what I want to
at
say.
night.
I want to say this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The other night, I had a show. I was running late because I had to do deliveries at Gyrolicious.
I
'cause
love that
that's
you do
what
deliveries.
my fucking life
I love
is.
gyro so much.
I'm a. Please, I'm a gyro delivery. Yesterday, I drove up to $1 million.
She
house
owns the
in
restaurant.
Jericho,
Oh, sorry.
and the girl goes, here, she gives me $10 as a tip, and I go, do you want change for this? And she goes, no. She goes, when the owner brings me my food, she goes, and I was like, oh my God, yes, when the owner brings you the food, because there's no one wants to work. That's why.
I cannot believe you were the owner of the restaurant and you're the one doing the deliveries.
I think that's amazing.
Not only
It
am I
is
the one
amazing.
doing
She's very
the
hardworking.
not only am I the one doing the deliveries, but I'm the one that made the food with my gloves on 5 minutes before I brought the delivery.
I love it.
You need to. What's that when you let people do things for you? What's that word? Delegate. Thank you. I knew you would know the word. You need to delegate.
Love Adam.
I love Adam too. You need to delegate, Carrie.
It doesn't work. Nobody listens to me. I'm like the pit bull that doesn't bite. Like, what a waste.
How long has this restaurant been going?
This one, the first one was like 5 years ago, and this one's going about. No, the first one was like altogether. I'm in the restaurant business 8 years. This is about 4.5 years.
That's
going.
good. 4.5 years.
Yeah, it is good, but it's a pain in my. It's like taking away from my life.
Is it a
Right.
family business? Your whole family owns it?
No, it's just me. My husband doesn't even drive. My husband doesn't even eat there.
It pays
That's how
the
much he can't
bills.
stand going there.
Right.
But her family was a big restaurant
Yeah, I remember.
bar owners. Yeah, so it's in her
Crevices.
blood. It's in her
It's
blood.
in my blood. The people love my food. It's all fresh. You know, I mean.
It's, I'm telling you, it's
It
delicious.
pays the
I-
bills. It's a job, but it's not your love. It's not your
No,
art.
I want to.
It takes
I can't,
away
I want
from
out.
your love.
I want
Right,
out. I'm like,
right.
Yeah.
I got like a foothold. They got
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
a ball and
I
chain
know.
on me.
I know.
But so
You
what
want-
were we talking about?
Showering.
Showering. But I've been known to, if I'm not going anywhere, I'm alone in the house, nobody's there. I'm doing my eBay shipping, and then I'm doing it all day, and then I got to run to the post office, put on my sweatpants, run out, run back. Who
Okay,
cares?
but have you ever stood online?
Yes.
On like let's say Target line, and you're standing there, and there's a woman in front of you, and you're looking at each strand of her hair.
Yeah, that's gross.
And I'm like, I just want to give her a kick, just to knock her down, and go take a shower. For the rest of us, okay? I can't. First of all, sometimes online when I'm online in a store, I get the craziest thoughts. I'm like, ugh,
you want to kill people.
you know, you want to kill people, and then they're coupons, and you're like, oh my god, really? Get the fuck out of my way.
I never my hair is never that dirty. I mean, when I say I go out with that, I mean, I'm not dirty. I would never go out dirty.
All right,
I have that. What's that stuff you spray in your hair? That
The dry shampoo.
the dry shampoo.
Aquanet.
I put Aquanet. I put a little powder, a little cologne. I'm good to go. I don't stink. I would never go stinking anywhere.
How about after showering? Because now I'm going through menopause and I have the hormones of a man. After I shower, get ready, and all of a sudden I'm like, what?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! It's like an immigrant from Greece.
You stink?
Stink.
Right away.
But
I understand.
sometimes it goes away, and
Really?
that'll go away for months, and then all of a sudden it'll come back again. Where I'm like, well, I smell like my husband, and I'm like, that's disgusting.
Some people don't have stinks. Do you have a stink?
I don't have stinks. Do I have stinks, Jody? Because you're next to me a lot. I smell like garlic. You can tell me.
You always smell like garlic.
Yeah, because I eat a lot of garlic.
But that's not a bad
But besides
smell.
that, do I smell? Do I smell like
No.
ass ever?
He
No.
always talks about his stinking ass.
Yeah,
Always.
just for fun.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
let me
yeah.
tell you something.
Well,
Though. Do you ever
once-
get in someone's car? They have cloth seats, and you're like, I smell ass rot.
Yes,
Yeah,
Stop
ass
it.
rot is nauseating.
Sometimes you go into people's houses and their couches smell like that.
Ass rot.
I am. See,
Well,
I'm a clean-
you came over, and I always smell the couch and make sure that the couch doesn't smell like ass
No,
when you
you
come
don't.
over. Yeah, and you got angry at me last week. I'm like, I'm just smelling the couch to see if it smells like ass.
I have
And you're
never
like, that is disgusting, Danny. I'm like, I'm doing it for you, Jody, because you're my
I
friend.
have never sniffed a couch.
Oh,
ever.
first of all, I'm going to give you a really cool story. My mother-in-law bought me these
You
gorgeous.
should sniff these chairs. I'll sniff this chair right now.
Don't sniff it.
Oh no!
No.
Oh,
But you're
God,
No, you know what?
Danny.
These chairs smell
Because it's
fine.
your own ass you're sniffing,
it
so you
smells
might not
great.
be able to smell it.
No, I can smell. Ass smells like ass. It doesn't matter.
No matter whose it is.
You know what the worst is? The worst is when you're sitting down and someone passes you because their ass is at the
Eye
level.
level,
God.
nose level.
Your nose level. That's what it is. When you're sitting down at a dining room table and someone passes you, like, oh my God, was that the chicken? No, it's somebody's ass.
Right.
That's
well,
that-
how about this? I
happens.
had very
When?
expensive couches.
It happened once.
Look
it
at
was
Joe.
memorable.
Look
It
at
happened
Jody
once.
giving
It
me
had
shit.
to have been
When?
Arsenio Hall's ass. Because Arsenio Hall's
Oh,
ass
has a
is
high
very high
ass,
up.
right.
Wait, so I have these beautiful couches that my mother-in-law bought me, and all of a sudden, one of my mother's friends come over, and she's sitting on my couch, and no, and she, whatever, she sat on my couch all day, whatever. That night, I'm watching TV, my kids are in bed, and I'm laying on the couch, and I've got my face where her ass was, and I've got a pillow, and I'm like, what does that smell?
That's
What does that
horrible.
smell? And all of a sudden, I smelled it. It was a mixture of dirty crotch
Stop it.
and urine.
Yeah.
Stop
and
it.
I immediately
She
sold the
didn't
couch.
shower.
I sold
Right.
the couch.
You sold the couch.
Both couch. Ask my husband. I am not making it up. I sold both couches.
amazing.
Wait a minute.
That's what Febreze is for.
I to-
And you sold the
I
couch?
hate that commercial.
And now, if ever any of my mother's friends come over or
put paper
anybody that
down.
I know
Newspaper.
might have a urine scent.
Yeah, it's like an
No,
odor
they're
thing.
not allowed to sit on my couches. They have to go sit in the kitchen on the vinyl chairs.
Carrie,
Get the hell outta
I
here.
remember when you were selling your couches on Facebook. Were those the couches?
Yes.
that smell-
Oh my God.
I thought,
that's
what is
amazing.
Carrie selling?
That's an amazing story.
couches on Facebook.
I am so happy you shared that with us because that's an amazing story.
I can't.
That
I
is
can't
horrible.
sit
It has
in
everything you want in a story. It had there was an upsetting part of it. Like
Yes.
it was, then
Yes.
she sold it. That was an activity.
sentimental value
was-
that it
yes.
had my
It was
mother-in-law.
an
want me to-
emotional story. It was
emotional,
great.
yes.
And it's also very extreme.
It's
Who
extreme.
sells a couch after someone sat on it and smelled
Yeah,
ass?
a new couch, more or less.
I do have to
great.
tell you, I am an extreme person. I gave one of my. I had my basement apartment available because my father started getting really sick and she wasn't coming as much, so I didn't need the basement apartment. So one of my cooks needed a place to live, so I gave him the basement. I said, just stay in there until you get on your feet, whatever. And he brought his mattress in. Now,
Bed bugs.
bed bugs. You have no idea. Fucking bed bugs.
Bed bugs is horrible.
All of a sudden, I get bit 1, 2, 3. They're not biting the woolly mammoth that's sleeping next to
really
me.
was bed
but,
bugs.
Yeah, it was bed bugs. So I get bit in three spots, and they welt up. Apparently, I'm allergic to bed bug bites, and I'm like, I went to the doctor. I'm like, what is that? What? He goes, it looks like a spider bite. I don't know. It could be any kind of bite.
3 in a
I'm
row.
not
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
correct, and I'm not thinking it's a bed bug. Because who's thinking bed bugs?
3 in a
right?
row.
Because I'm pretty clean.
Right.
Not neat.
No,
Clean.
but those things can come.
Wait.
Someone comes.
I didn't know.
Wait.
I know everything about a bed bug. If you have a bed bug problem, call me. So all of a sudden, my son comes out and he goes, Mommy, there's a bug on my bed. So I go running to grab the bug. And I get the bug in a plastic bag and I zip it. So now I got this little bug. Kind of looks like a tick, but it's bigger than a tick. And we put it on the computer and we look what kind of bug this is. And it says bed bug.
Right.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, bed bug? We shouldn't have went to Great Wolf fucking Lodge. I knew it. We caught him from Great Wolf Lodge.
Great Wolf
Because you don't know. You can get him anywhere, right?
That's that indoor water park place, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They say never put the suitcase on the bed.
Yeah. Always in the
Ever.
bathroom.
Yeah, leave it in the bed. That's right.
All
'cause
ceramic, all
That's
tiles,
right. That's
marble.
never the right.
And
Exactly.
once you get home, just throw everything in the dryer, and the heat kills the bed
Right.
bugs. So anyway, so now I call Roscoe the dog, the bed bug dog, and the guy comes, right? $150 just to sniff my house. So the dogs come, he's sniffing all around, and all of a sudden he's not really, he's going a little crazy. He's scratching my kitchen outlets.
Oh no, they're in the outlets. That's where they hide.
They crawl.
Oh,
They
fuck, 'cause it's
crawl.
warm.
They crawl through the walls and they go
Oh, that's
in and
so
out
gross.
of the outlets. So he goes, "Can we go downstairs?" He goes, "What's downstairs?" I go, "Just my worker." And he goes, "Can we go downstairs?" I go, "Yeah, he's working. I'll take you downstairs." We go downstairs. The dog's like trying to get
Oh, my
trying to get in his room. So the dog gets in, and he goes, "We got him. We found him." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "Can I lift the mattress?" I go,
Oh my God.
Oh, this makes me sick.
Do it.
He lifts the mattress, he pulls the sheet off, and he goes like this, and they all.
I would have
Carrie.
sold the house. I would have
Wait.
sold the house.
I'm going to tell you what I did.
Facebook.
So now he goes to me, look, and he's showing me in the cracks of all the walls.
That
can't
is
even
so
handle
there's
this.
gross.
droppings, brown stains, and
Carrie.
apparently they shit and piss.
How long was this guy in the
4 months, and he infested my whole house. So now he goes, "We've got issues here." So he goes, "They're probably contained in here." He goes, "But they're in the wall, so we're gonna have to spray." And I go, "I'm not spraying anything. Is there any other way we could do this?"
You got
He
little
goes,
kids.
burn the
you
house
know, right?
down?
No, he says to me, "We could heat up the house."
What?
They come with these machines,
Yep.
propane tanks on your front lawn. It looks like a.
Yeah.
It's very scary looking.
Because like the dryer, they need high heat to kill them.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
wait.
dryer
So
kills them.
they
Right.
they do this right for 6 hours, but your whole front yard looks like a hazmat.
Right.
Like everyone's
like
like,
an
"Ugh."
ET when they found him and they went
right,
into the
right.
house.
It's in a big plastic bubble. So what happens? So now he goes, we'll be here Monday morning or whatever. It was like 2 days away.
Meanwhile, everybody in the neighborhood knows that you have bed bugs now.
See, that's gross because
That-
then kids don't want to come to your house.
Oh,
and
forget about
play.
it. It's like everyone starts gossiping. You're not allowed to Caravas's house now.
Correct.
Stay away. It's crazy.
All right,
Did
so
you
what-
have that?
Wait, no.
No.
So what happens? Because I don't like any of my neighbors.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't hang out with my neighbors. But they must have thought something bad was going on. It was like toxic chemicals. Who knows what's going on in that house? So now I go to my husband, we're going to have to remove all the sheetrock. And he goes, what are you talking about? I go, we're removing all the fucking sheetrock in here. The ceiling, the walls,
not.
everything. We
removed
couldn't
the sheetrock?
throw out his mattress. And I had beautiful brand new furniture down there that I had just bought, and it was the
Carrie.
living room set that I
Carrie.
let him use because it was just
Moral of the story: never let a cook in.
God. I wanted to snap him in half, so I took.
God.
You can't throw out a bed bug mattress without zippering it
Right.
in
You
a
have to-
plastic
right.
bag. So I have this giant plastic bag zip. If that wasn't enough to say we have bed bugs, so we put it out and we put all the mattresses out. I threw everything that was downstairs, toys, everything went in the garbage. Now we have the whole basement naked, and I ripped all the sheetrock out, all the ceilings. The whole basement was
Crazy.
to studs.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the guy comes in and he goes to me, "Oh my, what happened in here?" I go, "You told me to get it ready." He goes, "Listen, I've been doing this 35 years, and I've never seen anyone go to this extreme." He goes, "You ripped the walls out of the entire house.
That doesn't make sense. What is wrong with you?
You didn't have
That's
to
what
do
I would.
that."
That's what I would do.
He
I
goes, "You
would
didn't have-
lose my mind.
You
That's
didn't
what I
have
would
to do that." He goes to me. I go, "Oh no, I had to do it because I'm itchy right now." So they brought everything in. They blew out my house for 7 hours of heat, and you'd go in there for that night, and the next day the house was still burning hot. He goes, "They are dead or than a doornail. You don't have to take out. You don't have to take out clothes. You don't have to take anything. Everything is because they have these big. It's like a whole production, like
a
with and the
tube?
fans,
Those
the
tubes.
tubes.
Are you
the whole-
living in the house with the heat?
No, you have to get out. You'll suffocate and die.
Yeah.
It's an oven.
Why do you know so much about?
Because I'm obsessed. I am scared of them. So I read all about them.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
so now
Yeah. I never want to have them.
Oh God.
I don't know what I would do. I would have a breakdown. I would have a
that
breakdown.
4 months cost me almost 10 grand.
I would have a breakdown. and then
Because
of course.
it was
Yeah.
$3,500 for these stupid people to bring heating lamps or whatever they call the
But
propane.
they did the job.
That was $3,500.
Right.
Then it was another $3,500 to get all the materials for the sheetrock and the
Right,
thing,
to redo
and then
the
the
sheetrock that was
guy
ripped.
to come in and put it up.
And then the furniture you have to refurnish.
Oh, my
You have
God,
to do
horrible.
The repaint,
Now, did
la,
you
la, la,
fire
la.
the cook?
No, I go to him. Listen,
You didn't fire the cook.
no, I didn't fire him. So I said,
You're
listen,
nice.
I said, you have to leave now and find a place to live because they have to heat up the whole house. And he saw what I did with the sheetrock and everything. And he was like, oh, right. So meanwhile, he's getting bit left and right. And he's now not sleeping in his bed. He's sleeping on my couches because he was getting bit.
No.
He could have said to me, listen, abuela, because they call me abuela.
Isn't that
What?
grandma?
Yeah, whatever, who cares?
Oh my God,
Your grandma.
abuela.
That's
yeah,
terrible.
Abuela.
Well,
And they go, yeah, I remember, it was pinching me. Pinching you, you fucking asshole!
Right.
So now I tell him he's got to find a place because, whatever. Apparently he found a place right away. Meanwhile, 2 days later he goes, me no worky no more. You no worky no more.
You
I'm
don't
a
work
beat the
because he
shit
found
out of him.
someplace
He came to
else
your- he came
where
to
they'll
you.
let him live, right? Is that why?
No. He probably was like, fuck her. He was only staying there probably. Oh, I don't know,
well,
Patty. I don't
me
know.
I don't
no
know
more.
either. Well, you ever have a roommate who has crabs? And I come home one
No.
day, all of my clothing is gone. I'm like, where's my clothing? We slept in the same bedroom, and the beds were like right close to each other.
That's disgusting.
And she used to bang like literally everybody. So, and then whenever I'd come home, there would be, I'd always have to sleep on the couch in the living room. But I remember coming home and everything's gone. The curtains are gone. My clothing's gone. Her clothes, did someone steal Like, did somebody, what happened? And of course she would go on benders. So she didn't come home for a couple of days and she goes, don't worry, Pooh. She used to call me Pooh. I have all your clothing. And she just brought it all because she had gotten crabs. It was in her bed. She found it in her whatever.
Oh my God.
And she looked onto my bed and she saw that there were crabs in the sheets.
Oh my God.
I didn't get the crabs in
Oh my God,
thing.
thank God.
So she did all the sheets and all the clothes and all that. But ever since that time, I would have dreams at night where
That
the
the bugs were
crabs
on you.
were
Yeah,
crawling.
they'll itch. Even like the bed bug thing.
it's
They
traumatic.
Oh, I
from
for months.
trauma.
For months I was itching,
Trauma.
but I moved out of that house since.
Oh,
I have
good.
a new house now, but
Oh, good.
But I got to tell you, I got to tell you a crab story. My cousin had a roommate like that. She caught crabs. She got the crabs.
Right.
Right. So now she had a boyfriend for 4 years, right? So she gives the crabs to her boyfriend. So every time she did the shampoo, she would get the crabs back because the boyfriend had them. She goes,
Oh,
I don't
God.
understand how he's not noticing he's got crabs.
Okay, I was infested with crabs when I was 19. I was
Oh,
19 years
no.
old. Yeah. So
Do they itch?
It was horrible. I had
Do
no
they
idea.
itch or no? You don't
They
feel
itch.
them.
They itch.
Well, how
Well,
come
you
you
know.
didn't feel them?
So I was itching for a while, and I was like, "Why am I itching?" And then I didn't understand what was going on, and I itched, and I didn't understand. And I was like, "All right, I'm itching. I don't know what's going on." And then finally, I was itching. I'm like, "Why am I itching?" And then I looked down, and I was like, "Why is things are changing down there?" Like the
They're
color.
setting up a colony.
Yeah, it was like a color change on my
Color
skin.
change.
And I
Well,
was-
from ripping, roaring,
'Cause, you know, you don't-
scratching, it's raw
I don't know
skin
about
now,
you. I mean, I
bleeding.
don't stare at my crotch. It's not like I stare at my crotch
Well,
all the
I do,
time,
I
right?
sure.
I don't. And then I was like, wait, and I had no idea what a crab was. I didn't know that there was.
Oh, you
such
didn't know
thing.
it's such a thing as crabs.
No, right?
I only knew lobsters.
I knew. I didn't know any of it. So then I was like, I said, why is? So I sort of like itched and pulled. And I looked at my tin and I was like, what is this? And I went into the light in the bathroom and I was like, what is that?
Oh, my
And I
God.
looked really close and I was like,
It's moving.
it's moving. There are little animals on me. And then I went and I looked more and I was like, I lost my mind.
Oh, yeah.
I called my friend who had crabs 2 or 3 months before that. I didn't get it from him, but he had crabs from somebody. And he's like, this is what you do. You shave everything off. You go get that shampoo. You shampoo and you shampoo again. Then you shampoo and you shave everything and you shampoo again. And I did. And I changed the bed sheets. And
You
never,
know
I
what?
never
You
got
should
them
have
again.
waxed those mother effers off.
Oh,
So I'll tell you what
God.
she did. So
It was
now she kept
horrifying.
getting it back from her boyfriend, but she never really got the crabs. Her friend got them, so she didn't want him to think she was cheating on him, right? So get this. She does herself again, showers again. Oh, and she said one time she was like, what's in my eyebrow? And she popped it. She goes, and it was in her eyebrow.
Yeah, because she blows him, and then they jump on her
Oh,
eyebrow.
stop it!
Of course, they're in his crotch area. Think the dick is here, the hair is here. It's gonna jump in your eyebrows, of course, and your eyelashes. They're gonna sit. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
That is
so wait. So what she did was, so she does this thing where she's now completely crab free, and she goes up to him and she's pretending she's going to go there, and she goes, "What is that?" And he's like, "What?" And
Oh,
he's like,
God.
"What is that?" And she's like,
She blames
"Ew."
him.
She's like, "You have crabs. Where did you get them from?" And he's like, "I don't know. I don't know." And so then she's like, "Whatever, Billy. Use the shampoo and get rid of them." So she
Right,
she
threw it on
lied
him.
to the guy.
Yeah.
She lied to the guy.
I had a boyfriend, an alcoholic, drug addicted boyfriend. This was back in the day. And he did the same. He comes to me, he goes, you gave me crabs. He was always accusing me of cheating. And I go, I don't have crabs. What are you talking about? 'Cause,
Maybe he slept with your roommate.
This was after that. Maybe he met her years later.
She was banging everybody, even your boyfriend. The whole
Probably.
neighborhood got crabs.
Because he had shaved everything off, and it's a weird look, And
It
this
is a weird look.
And it's like, what's going on? He goes, oh, that's because I get crabs from you. I go, you didn't get crabs from me. He goes, it must be from you. I go, no, it wasn't from me. And he goes, oh, it was probably from a toilet seat. And meanwhile, I am
Really?
so
You believe
stupid.
you?
I believed him.
You're
That's
so-
how
you-
stupid
what,
I
you
am.
rub yourself on a toilet seat?
That's what
Stupid.
He's telling me. He explained
Well,
that
there
they
could be
jump.
one. Yeah,
they
they do
jump
jump.
from the toilet seat.
There could be one.
I've never
that's-
seen
It
them.
could happen.
I have
It
never
could
seen
happen.
them. And they say that, are they the same as lice or no?
No, because lice is different. Life they lay. It's maybe the same.
Because
maybe.
I'm always checking my
Like,
kids'
can you
heads
get-
for
they
lice.
don't live here. They live down there.
Well,
What, dude?
listen,
The
my
crabs aren't in your head.
No,
I
crabs are
always-
down there and lice is up here.
But
Right.
I always get that letter from the nurse saying
nurse.
there was a child in school that has lice. Check your kid. I'm like, I swear, why can't these people shower their kids?
You know what happens? Okay, my daughter got lice because she was working with little kids, and the kids were always like, "Oh, I want to try your hat. Oh, I want your hair ribbon.
Sure.
I want your thing." My daughter, right before she has to go to France, she's going for a. My daughter got so insane with it. You put the stuff in, it burns your scalp.
Right.
She would do it. Then she was having like dreams, like thinking the crabs. Then she puts mayonnaise in. Then she did the burn thing again.
Yeah.
Now her scalp is all effed up because she's like
Raw.
because she's so terrified of those things moving around on her head, and they're teeny little. And so she's someone who
can't.
showers all the time, but she works with little kids, and there's she was when she was in college, and they're putting her hat on, and they're using her hair ribbons, and they're all. And then it goes, and then it spreads so quickly.
Yeah.
And then
I
it's
don't
like,
understand. Well, how do these kids get this? How? Is it not showering? What is
I don't
it?
know. I don't know where the first one comes from.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're still around and they're always going to be around and you can never get rid of them. You can never get rid of them.
It's like it's a round robin.
You'll never, yeah.
Any crab stories, Jody, before we move on to our next topic?
Knock wood.
No crabs,
Thank
no lice.
God.
Ever.
No crabs,
And
no
bed bugs.
lice.
No
You're
life, no
lucky.
bed bugs? Nothing
No bed
crawling
bugs.
on you. No roommates with
But Jody's amazing like that. If she got something like that, she would get nicked. You would
I
nick
had
the situation.
ringworm.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
okay.
Okay, there you go.
Well,
What-
that's because
cat.
I got ringworm because I volunteered at a cat rescue.
Cats give you
And I
ringworm.
was, of course, I had to be the one to pick the cats out of the thing and hug them and
But
kiss
what is
them.
ringworm?
Ringworm is a fungus.
It's not a worm.
No.
It's a fungus that you get on your skin. It's like a rash, and it could spread, and it's very contagious.
And it's ugly.
And it's
Yeah, it's
ugly.
red. It's
red, and
nasty.
it's got a ring. It's like it looks like you have a ring on
Oh,
you.
my brother had that on his neck. And I
Yes.
go, what is that? He's like, oh, it's ringworm. I
Yeah.
go, well, then don't touch my kids.
Yeah, it's very contagious.
That is
so I got it
gross.
from them. I got it from the cat, but then I got it again years later because my cat was in the vet for 4 days, and he got it, and he came home, and he gave it to the other cat. The other cat, and
Oh, the cats get
Oh,
it
the cats,
too?
it spreads from cat to cat.
cat to cat to
Oh, so
human,
that's
and we
where-
all had it. I didn't.
So
let
how do you
anyone,
get rid of it?
You just have to put like medicine on
Cream
it.
But
on
the
it.
cats too have to have medicine?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And
get it off.
That's
didn't
why I
let-
don't have cats. They're so fucking annoying with
No,
this shit. Ringworm.
I love them. But
have cats?
no. So, but I didn't let anybody in my house for 6 months.
Yeah,
Because
that's.
I was like
You don't wanna
bleaching.
get that.
I bleached everything so much that my cat all of a sudden was acting weird, and I took him to the vet.
Inhalation.
The other
It died
one-
of bleach
No,
inhalation.
he was. And the vet said he's having anxiety because I'm cleaning so much. He can't smell the scent
Well, how does a vet know the cat's having anxiety?
because he knew exactly what was
Because
going
you're
on.
taking the home scent
I'm
out of the
taking
house.
home scent of the house
That
so
makes
much
sense.
that the cat was going
Makes
nuts.
sense.
I had to
because-
keep reclaiming the house
Yes,
over and over.
and he
Yes.
got like
Because
crazy.
they spray, they
she
reclaim.
took the ass rot out of the house.
There's no ass rot in
That's
my house.
exactly
Now
what
she has no ass rot ever.
Okay.
Okay, I'm moving on from ass rot to our next topic.
Okay.
We're moving on. Okay.
Oh, but,
Day-
by the way, there
Oh,
are
yeah.
people like I don't know if they're still.
Are they
Wait, can I
talking
tell-
about ass rot? Go
Wait,
ahead.
can I tell you?
Patty Avaropoulos says hello.
Hello.
Cindy, I don't know if Cindy's still watching. Jamie and Peaches and Michael. Gunther.
Peaches.
Yeah.
Peaches
I
are
love
gas.
her.
Very
I love
funny.
this
No,
Peaches
no,
here with-
but I
with,
have to tell
Peter.
people at work like their results.
Yeah.
So I have to tell married women that they have chlamydia.
Oh, that's bad.
I
it's-
like that.
That
And
means the
I
husband's
mean, not. I like the
doing
drama.
Or
of
that
it.
means they're
Well-
whores.
well,
Why is
somebody's a whore, but
Right.
because you get the ones that go okay, and they kind of whatever, and then you get the ones like, what do you mean?
70-year-olds. Yeah, how old?
They're
are they?
older.
Yeah,
70-year-old.
70-year-olds.
Oh
They're
my
like
God.
65. There was a 65-year-old woman. She went nuts. She goes, "What do you mean I have chlamydia?" I said,
You might have
"Well,
sat
know,
on a dirty toilet.
I said,
Yeah.
well, it isn't, I have to be fine. It is a sexually transmitted disease, and whoever your partner is should get checked.
I am never talking to him, that son of a bitch.
You know, it's like
That is bad.
and I have to be like, oh boy, you know, and I got to stay calm, which is hard for me because inside I
You're a
want
not calm.
comedian. You're a comedian. This isn't funny.
Oh, trust me, it doesn't work.
I like
know.
that you have spurts of drama in the middle of your job in the day.
All day I
Like
have
just
drama.
Spurts of drama.
Really?
all day.
You're the bearer of bad news or good news. You tell them when they don't have
Because
things.
the doctor is obviously spineless.
no, because inundated.
Okay.
She's a very.
Oh, it's a woman. Okay,
It's a
then I
woman,
changed my mind.
and she's inundated.
Now you
and,
won't be
bitching.
you know,
Like her.
and people get panicked, so they let us tell results. So just so, but if they have a question, of course, the doctor will call them back. But the thing is that it's like I have to tell people. I had to tell a woman who was like 37 weeks pregnant that she had chlamydia.
Oh my God. Does the
Oh
baby
my
come out with
God.
chlamydia?
No, they have to treat it after the. After
She's
the
in the
baby.
medical profession now.
Yes,
no,
I'm-
Jodie knows so much about the medical
like
field
that.
now.
She
I
does.
She's like a
diagnosed.
doctor.
I diagnosed my friend the other day.
That she had
called me.
chlamydia?
No, that she was like.
Chlamydia.
I said you have a. I said you have a urinary tract infection. She went to the doctor. Bingo.
She smelled.
How do you know she smells?
It got to a point where she smelled.
She was. Oh, don't even.
Don't.
talk
No,
about
that's,
that.
With no
that would
names,
be a
we can
yeast
talk about
that.
infection.
No names.
Okay.
No name, but she stunk, right?
Well, she said she stunk. I said you probably have urinary because her back was hurting her. It wasn't a.
Oh, yeah,
yeast
that is the
infection.
back, too.
I
Yeah,
go.
but
You have
hold
urinary.
on.
What? Yeast
It
infection.
got
You
really-
stink too.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I used to get bladder infections all the time. I never stunk.
No,
But-
she stinks because she doesn't shower.
Well, there you
Oh,
go.
that's bad.
Let's not
And
not
if
get
you-
them confused.
Okay, all right,
yeah,
all
but
right.
I said you have an infection because she goes, I don't know. I scrubbed. I know people are watching, going, why are they still?
I know.
talking
Let's
about
move
that?
on.
I know,
We're moving
I know.
on.
It's
It's
like
too
one of
much.
those-
Sorry.
It's gross.
It's too much. It's
I
gross.
know.
But I do want to
Okay.
say, if you ever do
It's
have
chit chat.
We keep moving.
It's chit chat.
right, if you do ever have an odor, that's not normal.
Yeah.
No.
Shower. If the
shower.
odor doesn't go away, go to a doctor. Your husband's cheating on you.
Cotton panties. Okay, let's move on to dating and who pays.
Oh, come on. We all know who pays.
I think so.
who pays?
Men.
The men.
The
Well-
men should pay.
Well, now wait a minute. But you're a man,
uh-huh.
and you date a man.
So then the
So
top pays, not the bottom.
Wait a minute. Is there actually a top and
Wait.
bottom?
There's, if I don't know, some people. I don't understand those people. I understand only top and bottom. I don't understand the gay guys that are mixed up. I don't understand those.
Well,
people.
when you say top,
the
then
top
the-
is
the
the
guy-
male role. He's the guy role, and then there's a
well, he's
a
got
bottom.
a.
No, you know when you see a gay couple, you'll see one that's more masculine and one's a little more feminine.
I guess
Yes.
yes.
So sometimes the one that's a little more feminine is usually the bottom, and then he's like the female role. He usually gets it up the ass, and then the bigger one or the smaller one, sometimes the top can be smaller. Than
If your
the
kids
bottom.
are watching, now's a good time to change the channel.
But wait a minute. I have a question because it's funny.
Too
'cause
early.
The first
Kids shouldn't be watching.
The first
Fuck
podcast
kids.
was Vinny the plumber, and Vinny the plumber said, "Well, you know, there's always a picture,
Picture
and
and
a
a
catch or a
catcher."
picture." I go, "That's not true." I go, "I think gay people do a lot of different things,
Some
and you
do.
can't put them in a box that
But
one's
see,
a
you
picture."
were wrong. Vinny knew.
Yeah, yes.
Maybe Vinny knew.
Yeah, maybe Vinny knew. No,
Maybe Vinny really knew.
I don't understand the ones that get all mixed up. But also with lesbians, also there's always like one that's
Strap on.
Yeah, there's always one that takes control in bed, and the other one sort of likes to be controlled in bed.
Interesting.
Like for the most part, not 100%.
Well,
of
if
the
I
time.
were gay, I would be the man.
You would?
Absolutely.
yeah,
I wouldn't take.
You're a top.
Anybody's whining.
You're a top.
I'm a top.
That's hot.
I'm
And you'll
giving
be
it to you.
surprised with
You're gonna get it
lesbians.
good.
What do you mean? Why would I be surprised with a lesbian?
From the lesbians I know, the ones that seem so strong are usually the ones that are passive in bed.
You know what's interesting about that? They say that with businessmen, like really rich CEO, blah blah blah. Their sex lives are like they love to be. They're the ones that are always caught like in a diaper with somebody hitting them with
Yeah.
a
Paddle.
with a paddle.
Because they want to
They
release.
want it
they want
sexually. They don't want to be in charge anymore.
Right.
It's enough already, right?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
It is
though.
interesting. Yeah.
So now wait a minute. So you're a boy and you date a boy, and then so the guy who's the more controlling in bed is going to pay.
Yes.
Now does he know he's going to pay?
Yes, they usually do.
Men
They
usually
usually do.
pay.
They usually do.
Well, one time my husband.
Interesting.
We were out to dinner. Did I tell you the story
No,
already?
what?
We were out to dinner, and I went to grab my. This was like after like 3 months of dating. I went to grab my lipstick and put it on, but I put my hand in my pocketbook, and he goes, "No, I got it." And I go, oh. "Did you think I was gonna pay? Are you kidding me?" And he goes, he was like dumbfounded, and he goes, "Well, I thought maybe you were gonna gesture." I go, "Why would I gesture? Why?
Yeah.
Are you the man.
I love it. He
I
married
just
you. I
spit
love
all
it.
over everything.
Yeah, you have to do. Okay,
And he
Jody.
still married me.
Now, do you think the boy should always pay?
Well, yeah, and you know what?
Good for you, Jody.
I don't think there should be a
I wouldn't
question.
be with a man
Who didn't pay.
want to pay.
That's right.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying I'm expecting a man to pay and pay. Like I would pay, one like after
fifth,
a while,
sixth time.
say, let me buy you like dinner and whatever. But if a man is passive and is like, let's go Dutch, or I wouldn't want to be with him
Ever.
because that's a deadbeat. That's someone who
I would
has
tell you to
no
break up with
clue.
a guy like that.
I would never be
you
with a man
I would
that
force
way.
you to break up with a guy who made you go Dutch.
Force
My
me, I
brother-
would break
I-
up with him.
Yeah.
I would never be with him.
I would treat him like shit so that he would
because
break up with
I
you.
would rather him take me to a pizza place and pay. Because,
Exactly.
Because I'm
Yeah.
not saying yes to take me out to like elaborate dinner, but
100%.
a real like to me, even my male friends always want to pay,
Right.
Yeah.
Men.
except for Bob.
My brother.
He's not even here, and I
Can we say his last name?
Bob
No.
was very good.
Okay.
No, Bob when Bob, I first met Bob and I was broke, he did a lot for me,
Really?
like that way. Yeah,
Okay.
he does pay. I was just joking. I wanted
Well,
him
look,
to hear that.
my brother, I've never ever seen my brother not pay a check. We could go out. I used to remember going out with Lynn Coplitz, Debbie Perlman, all my
He'd
girlfriends.
pick up for everybody.
Oh, he picks up for everybody.
See, I love that.
He picks up for everybody. He never even he picked up for guys too. We would go leave his bar in Carrabba's at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And we go to Astoria, Queens, like 15, 20 people. They drink. The bill would be like $3,500, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I'll take the bill."
That
That's
is
a class
so.
act.
Always,
Nice.
always.
That is
always.
so attractive
I'm
in a
glad
man.
that he could do it. Also, he's able to do it, but it's also nice that he's able to do it.
Well,
but
there
that
are a
he
lot
does
of
it
people
also.
able to do it and they don't do it.
Can I tell you my able to do it and didn't do it? Okay, I was on a date. I'm a single mother. I have zero money. I'm like, it's horrible. I'm living in Brooklyn. I got no money, and I got these two little kids. So this guy who was very handsome, I was waitressing, asked me out, and I remember saying to the girl who was a lesbian, "Does that guy seem gay to you? Because he's with like two gay guys." And she goes, "No, there are straight people who hang out with gay guys." Well, anyway,
Well,
so,
your gaydar is way
I know
off.
it was way off, and maybe, and so anyway,
Yeah.
I go, but he's almost too good looking to be asking me out. So he had the blue eyes, the black hair. Anyway, so I'm waiting at the restaurant where I'm supposed to meet him. He shows up 15 minutes late. I should have left. And he goes, he says to me, blah, blah, blah. He's telling me all about it, the apartment that he owns, that his mother gave him an apartment, but he owns it.
What was it? Is this your first date?
The first date. He has all this money. He's telling me all these things, all this money. He's the first like cell phone that I had ever seen in my life. This was a million years ago.
This big?
Yeah, he's got everything. He's loaded, but he's late, right? So I'm eating. It's before gigs, so I just eat a little salad and I have a tea. And the check comes, and he says, and I leave it there because my therapist told me never pick up the check. You're a single mother. Don't be stupid, because I used to like try and
Grab
pick up.
it.
Right. I would like help. So I'm just letting it go. I'm just doing what my therapist says. And he looks at the check and he goes, "Huh?" He goes, "So why don't we split this?" And I was so angry. I had to hire a babysitter to go on this date. And here it's a salad, $6, and a tea is $1.50. You cheap son of a bitch. So I go into my purse, I take out a 20, and I put it on the table, and I go, "Keep the change." And he goes, "Why?" And I go, "You may need it more than I do." It's like, F you.
You really got him.
she
And he's like,
did.
no, I mean, I just want the $6. I go, "I want you to keep the whole thing. You keep it." I wanted to shame him and humiliate him. How dare you
He
ask me
did
for
not.
$6? You
He didn't
motherfucker.
care. He was that good looking. He could kill
I
it.
know, really.
I would have said, "Let me get the change, please."
But you
I
know what the
want all the
problem is?
change.
Like so many people pay, like guys that I know pay,
Yeah.
that I think they are in love with me.
Right.
Like my friend David pays for everything.
He is in
yeah,
love with
that-
you.
Right?
Maybe he is in love
And,
with
I mean,
you.
I did sleep with him, but he pays for everything,
Yeah,
and he
it's
takes me
complicated,
out, and he
that.
takes me out.
Well, maybe he
and
thinks you're
takes-
going to give him a little more.
No, he doesn't.
maybe
even
you
wa-
were that good.
No, he goes and he pays for me, and I go, "I think he really does love." No, he just
old school. He
He's
pays-
old school. He pays.
He pays.
He pays.
He knows.
I
He's in
like
love
old
with me.
school. Adam, you should be listening to this because you're a young millennial type.
Yeah,
Do
you're
you
a
pay?
hipster. Yeah,
you pay?
You better pay, Adam.
How old are you, Adam?
Oh, you're 35.
not
You're
that
like
young.
20.
No. The 25
All right.
year
You have a
old.
girlfriend?
No, he's like
Are you
he's at
straight?
the beginning of millennial.
Okay,
he's
he's
like
straight.
the beginning of millennial.
Right at the very end.
Right. He's
At the end.
The
No,
end.
yeah.
He's a millennial.
Right.
He's wearing skinny jeans.
Yeah, he's paying a
He
lot.
wears skinny jeans, she
And a
said.
striped shirt.
That's what
He's a
threw me off is
he's
the
a
striped shirt
millennial.
and the skinny jeans and the Converses. Are those
Yeah, the
Converse?
Converses
Or those
and
are
the hair-
Vans.
I used
They're
to dress-
Vans.
And
I
the
used to
hair
dress
part to
like
the
that.
side.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes,
I
you
was
did.
skinny.
Where's your
Dan.
black glasses?
You were cute. You were so cute.
That's
baby.
so nice.
And his beard. He needs a beard and a man bun. Okay. All right. What else?
It's so funny. He needs a beard and a man
But
bun.
what was I going to ask you? All right, here we go. Here's another topic that I read about in the newspaper today. The Pope is now saying that women should be allowed to breastfeed during Mass. Any comments?
Yes, I think they should.
You think they should?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I do.
Why not?
Well, because first of all, it's an hour. Feed your fucking kid before you go to church. I mean, if you're in the house of God, God, can't you keep your tit in for 1 minute? I mean, honestly, pump and have a bottle. Hold on. I mean, I breastfed because I'm a true believer in breastfeeding.
I am too. I did
No,
too.
I am. But I mean, there is a time and place for it. Don't, it's like, if I get the urge to screw my husband, is it okay to do it in Mass? I mean, it makes no
Okay,
sense.
wait,
Who's
let me-
arguing this
Hold
bullshit?
on a second. Let me just say that screwing your husband in Mass and putting a little bit of milk in your baby's mouth are two different things.
Okay, maybe it is, but it still is. Look, I'm all for the breastfeeding because I did it. I ripped my nipples off. It was very
They
painful.
do, they bite them.
They bleed.
That's true.
You're
They
in
crack,
so
they
much
crack.
pain, but I did it so my kid can get the colostrum and all the vitamins
forgot
and
about
everything else that I didn't get because my mother didn't do it.
My
But-
mother didn't either. But I, of course, completely disagree with you. And I think, take it because I had a kid.
So now you're not focused on the Mass. You're focused on feeding your kid.
Who's focused on the
First
Mass
of all, don't
anyway?
bring your
Let's be
kid.
honest.
Do not bring your kid there.
Ow. She's
Don't-
poking me hard.
Don't bring your kid there and pump beforehand that you
Who has a babysitter? That's because maybe you have like family that'll watch your kid when
Okay,
you're.
what about a pump? Pump it in a bottle.
What
My-
about going and
my
sitting
do-
on a bench outside in the lobby?
Well, usually that is what I would do. But, if push comes to shove and the kid's crying, it's like, here. You
Here,
put
right
the
next
shirt,
to Jesus
you
on
put
the cross.
shirt over the head. Do you have a
Or-
problem? Do you have a problem with it?
I don't. That doesn't affect me either way.
It doesn't matter because when
So,
you're in shul,
number
but are you
one,
shocked?
number one, I
Stuck in
never
a
go to
box
Mass,
church? Yeah, that's
and
true.
Okay, but you go to
one
temple,
thing-
right?
Also, when you're in
Yeah,
an
but the
Orthodox
women are in the
temple,
women. I'm in an Orthodox temple, so the women are in the
Oh, the
women's
girls-
section.
Yeah, the
and
women
men
are
in
in
the
their
men's
closet.
section. So the women, they talk about clothing and shoes, and they pray every once in a while, and they'll feed their babies if they want to, I guess.
yeah.
So it's
I don't know.
different.
Interesting.
It's different.
It's segregated.
It's all
Yes.
The women are with the women.
Women.
Now,
is
what's the point
stupid.
of the segregating?
So there's no sexual. Because
And
when
so
you're
you
praying to
can't
God.
screw
Ow, this is my
So you can't screw your husband.
So you can't screw your
neuropathy.
husband.
I do. I take painkillers
I'm
for
sorry.
this arm.
We got to switch seats, I guess.
I do. I have neuropathy and I can't lift. And she's like punching me in my arm. You got to punch
sorry.
this side.
All right, I'll
Ow.
do that.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, the Orthodox do it so that there's no sexual
But
tension.
the Orthodox do a lot of weird stuff. They put a sheet like
No, that's
No,
not
that's
true.
not
That's
true.
not true. That's a myth.
That's
From
not
the
true.
six-
I had
There's
sex with a
Quran-
Hasidic guy.
Yeah, no,
You had
they
sex
don't
with
do
a
that.
Hasidic guy?
did
Yeah.
he wear that thing around his
No.
What the
Oh,
the
bullshit.
girdle?
That's-
Look, I went to a
They're the
sex.
freakiest
I
guys.
went to a sex.
They are?
I went to Hellfire, whatever it was called, the sex club in the city.
Le
'cause
Trapeze.
It was right across the street from where I bartended.
You went to a sex club?
big time. Because the bartender, I was the bartender, and the bouncers were right across the street, literally like 100 feet across the street. There was
Oh, like
Hellfire.
Plato's Retreat, like at
No, it
that
was
kind
like
of place?
Hardcore. They used to come in and they used to go to me, come over there, you got to see what goes on in there. I'm like, what does go? He's like, I can't even tell you, got to come. So I was dating
Heterosexual?
heterosexual.
Yeah,
A
Le
heterosexual
Trapeze.
sex club.
And it's
So-
called trapeze.
No, it was called Hellfire. So now my boyfriend at the time was a pervert. He was like, let's go. I go, I'm not going. I'm not. So one night it was,
Can I ask you a question? Do the men have to go in with a woman, or can men go in alone?
I didn't
By
get
themselves.
that.
That's
You
I,
probably have to come in with
With a-
someone.
with a
didn't,
woman.
I didn't
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah,
I didn't
okay.
get that detail.
You don't want creeps in
They
there.
ended
anyway.
up talking me into it. I go.
Mm.
And if I tell you,
Did you take off your clothes?
half the guys, no, I was walking around. Just it was like
Half the guys
watching.
what?
It was like a dungeon and
Half-
rooms,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
there was
Half the
weird
guys
shit.
what?
But half the guys were Hasidims.
Yeah.
Really?
He had
Yes.
the curls, and what they
Get
do
out
is
of town.
now you're a woman, you're walking around in there, you're free game.
Everybody
Yeah.
loves
So
sex.
I
Everybody
had a guy
loves sex.
behind me walking, following me, and he's whacking off. And I'm like,
Yes.
I'm going to punch him
You're hot.
in his face
Come on.
in
You
1
can't-
minute. And my
you can't
boyfriend's like,
get
you
angry.
can't do that because we're in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was in there for maybe, I would say about 3 minutes. I walked the place. I was out. But I
Right.
couldn't believe how many of those people I
A
saw.
lot of
in there.
Hasidic,
A
I would
lot of
imagine.
people, they're freaks.
They're repressed. They don't fool
Well,
around.
that's
So they
not
go
good.
out and they do.
They
It's
fool
not
around
good.
a
It's
lot.
not. Meaning they go to those
Hookers.
clubs to fool around. Right. Yeah.
I went to remember.
It's kind of nauseating, actually.
It is very.
Yeah, it really is, 'cause
kinda
they're-
weird.
Don't
they're-
put the cloth on and
Right.
pretend you're that holier than thou, and then you're in the hellfire whacking off behind
yeah,
you.
yeah, that
it
is kind of
It's
gross.
upsetting.
Yeah, yeah, it's weird.
It's a yeah.
What was I going to say? I went to a.
This whole
Sex
show
club.
was.
Wait a minute.
Off.
What? Shit, I wanted to say something. I can't
What's
remember. My
happening?
mind doesn't.
Let's think about it for
I
a few
went
minutes.
to what was it? It wasn't a sex club.
was,
I went to you know the place that's hot used to be Live Girls, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Whatever.
Over there on the corner
Yeah,
of
on the corner.
24th and
42nd and
yeah, Billy's Topless.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Okay.
So I knew
love
this
Billy's
gay guy that I
Topless.
was friends with, and he was a hairdresser, and I took acting class with him. And I don't know why we were together. He bumped into me on the street. He goes, "Oh my God!" He goes, "I got to take you into. Have you ever been to one of these places?" I'm like, "Oh God, no." He goes, "I'm going to take you in." He goes, "You're going to love it. It's hilarious. You're going to love it." I'm like, and I
Hilarious.
didn't know. You know. Meanwhile, I'm like 26. I don't know what's going on. I'm from Utica, New York. I don't know about these clubs. So he brings me in. I walk in. He goes, "It's going to be so interesting for you." And all the guys just exactly, they're like following you around. They're you see that they are in phone booths, like that you look through the glass and they're walking off inside the phone booth to the girl on the other side, and she's
peep
doing
shows.
the peep shows, and she's getting money. And he goes, "You want to watch a peep show, a live peep show?" And I'm like, "All right," but like I really wanted to leave because there's a guy with a mop. I am not kidding.
Mopping
a
up.
mop, mopping up the floor,
Yeah.
which was so like that's your job. Imagine the self-esteem that your job is mop. Anyway, so he's mopping. I go into the glass into this thing, and it's like a circle. So when the thing comes up, you put your quarter and your token, and the little screen comes up, you know, like, and then you can see the two live girls. And one was this gigantic black woman, like very big with the wig and the makeup and the whole thing. And she's dancing around, and you know, and then the screen went down, and I said to my friend, "Let's go." And all of a sudden I hear bang, 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 bang on the glass. And I'm like, "What's going on?" And he goes, "I think she likes you." He goes, let's put another token in. And I go, "No, that's weird." He goes, No, she likes you. Let's see.
Now your friend is weird.
Yeah, he's gay, and he's like older. He was like an older gay man who was really into like Spanish young men. So we put the thing in. I swear to God, on the Holy Bible, she's got 1 foot on the side of the glass,
Oh,
1
boy.
foot on the other, and she has her vagina pressed up against the glass like a barnacle on
Oh,
a
my
ship,
God.
and she's making it move in and out, open and close. I was like, "Oh my God."
That's fun.
I ran
That's
out
fun.
and she's laughing.
That's
so
fun.
It was so
I like
crazy.
that.
It was crazy.
It's
but
like
anyway.
going to the aquarium and seeing jellyfish.
No, like an octopus. An octopus.
right.
When it sucks
I
on
like
you.
that.
That is what it was like. It was unbelievable.
She was talented.
She was that she could move it like that.
I would do it. I'd go.
We
I would go to
went.
see-
Remember
No,
when with
Listen,
Rafi?
men,
Yeah,
let's,
me,
can
you,
we
and
just
Rafi
say
went in.
men of very weird creatures, what they'll do
Yeah.
for, I mean, they're just
Men
so gross.
like-
Sex, there are places you go, you do your thing, you leave,
But
and
you
you're
know
done.
what? Go play with yourself at home. Watch a movie.
gets
play yourself-
boring,
All right, whatever.
You know?
Yeah, I guess it's such a big need for them. And when I say them, I'm talking about you two, like you're not here. But it's such a big need
Them.
for them that it's like it takes over everything.
Yeah, especially if you have intimacy issues and you're not interested in having any kind of
relationship.
attachment or relationship.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just go, you do your thing, you're done, and you go back out
And you
2-3 times a week and take care of the situation.
And you don't have to take them out to dinner, and you don't
Right,
have to, get to know their
exactly.
family.
Well,
Right.
Tom Jones supposedly only dated hookers because he didn't want to get involved.
Tom Jones, yeah, but he's married the whole time.
Well,
You know
yeah,
he's
but he
married.
doesn't want to get. Oh, maybe
He was
that's-
married the whole
Okay,
time.
maybe that's
did
why.
she know?
You
I
know what? That's a
doubt
weird
it.
thing
Well,
because he wrote this
probably.
book, and I think she found out. Well, he used to be very. Oh, you know why I know so much about Tom Jones? Because I love Tom Jones. This is so embarrassing to admit. I made my fiance take me there on my 50th birthday. How embarrassing! And I threw my underpants on the stage. I will admit it. I threw my fucking underpants on the stage. But anyway, Just to do. But anyway, but I brought extras. It's not like I took my pants off and then took my underpants off. I brought them in my purse. Anyway, so.
Well, then that's not fair.
But he was married to this woman who was cute when he met her. But after about 10 years, she looked like an old, haggard type of a,
average woman.
Yeah, and kind of, not attractive at all anymore. But she didn't try. She didn't wear makeup. It's so sad. So I think she did know.
Did she have kids with him?
Yes, she did. And her son.
That was her lock-in on the cash.
Her son used to go on the road with him as his manager, and he saw what his father did.
Yeah, well, he didn't care.
It's like fucked up, like.
Look, when people have that kind of money, because he's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
People around you will to deal with anything you got to give.
I think so.
But I think also she was like in love with him. That's the sad part. She was in
Also.
love with him, and he had like a lover, like a girlfriend for that. And
She was blinded.
She would stay because what else was she going to do? I guess.
Right. A lot of people are like that.
But
we have a lot of friends. We all know someone like that. That's in a relationship and they put up with it and they know the truth and they go on for a few years until they get divorced. We know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We all know people
It
like
eventually ends ugly.
that. Of course.
Can't stand these things, Adam, on my head.
Now what are we going to talk about?
What do you want to talk about now?
Now
How long
we're
have we been on? Are we on a long time? How are we on?
Hey, let's look at the
talk
thing. John Jones says hello.
what? John
Christopher and Joan Rafferty. Remember Joan Rafferty from a million years ago?
Joanne?
Yeah, Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
Joanne
Hi,
Rafferty.
Yeah, Joanne
Joanne.
Rafferty.
Hello,
darling.
But I don't know if everyone's still watching. We do have 6 viewers right now.
Okay.
Well,
And-
who are they? If you're
Oh, Joanne, Mrs. Jones sounds like a good gig. Yeah.
what's Mrs. Jones?
I guess someone who
Oh,
fools
Tom
around.
Jones.
Right.
Oh, Mrs. Jones is a good gig. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, that's a
She
good
just has
gig
a
now.
lot of money.
Because
and,
Patty and I
know.
were talking about that. We're like, if we could turn back time, what would we have done differently to further our careers?
Right.
A lot of women look at all the girls who got far ahead, like Madonna.
Madonna?
Madonna slept her way to the top.
With everybody.
A lot.
Men, women, goats.
I know, and you think, I just want to be a good person. And we're here in a basement in Queens. That's what we get for being a good person.
We're in the rec
talented.
room.
Madonna is
That's true.
special.
Well-
So I have to. I think you could screw your way to the middle, and then you need talent because
Right.
I don't think people. I think, but not anymore. Maybe you don't need talent anymore. But back in the day, you needed some
No,
talent.
you need some talent too. You got
Today,
to,
I don't know what's out there.
If you don't have talent, then it's going to fizzle
Awful.
out. You might get somewhere, but then you're like a
You'll
one-hit
be
wonder.
like
Yeah, yeah.
you'll be like a B movie,
Right? A one-hit wonder.
like a horror
whatever.
movie
yeah.
where
That's not making
I see.
it.
I see. You're talking about something. I was watching this dramatic series called The OA, and I hate it.
I don't know that show.
It's horrible. It's on Netflix.
Netflix. See, I never know
And
Netflix.
the star, is gorgeous, and she's also the writer.
Oh.
And I feel like she fucked her way to get that series because it sucks. And
But that's not necessarily true. Well, maybe she did because
I
she's
think
gorgeous.
she did. I know she did.
But look,
It's the only way.
You know what? I always like that things aren't based on facts, but I do believe in just pushing
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
your thoughts are. It
in
doesn't
my
matter.
heart, I know
In your
that
heart,
that's
you
what
know, then
happened.
you know.
You can get
But
a
it's
jury
true.
duty really easy.
Yeah.
You just say that. In my heart, I think he's guilty. In my heart.
right, get right out of jury
They'd be
duty.
like,
wrong with that?
out.
That's the best way to feel things is
Well,
in your heart.
I got to tell you,
Okay.
in Hollywood, you could have a flop. Like
Mm-hmm.
you create a series, it's a flop. Then you create another series, it's another flop. Then you create another series, it's a flop. The next
That's Jim
series,
Gaffigan's career.
that's
Stop.
He had like 5 flops in a row. Sue Costello, she got 1 flop and she was out. Jim Gaffigan, like 7 flops in a row.
because
He's funny.
Let's say I'm writing these flops. The next flop I come up with, everybody knows my name, but they don't ever say, well, he created 5 flops. They're like, oh, he created 5 series. So let's do it again.
Right.
Like they don't, it's almost like a climbing up the ladder,
Do you have
even
to have
though it's
2?
a flop.
So you have to either have, it's 1 flop, then you have to make sure you get a second
Another flop. Yeah, to
but
keep
Jim
going.
Gaffigan is
going.
brilliant.
He is a great
He's
comic.
a very good
Maybe
stand-up
he's
comic.
not,
Yes,
maybe
he is.
he's not.
but he has
I haven't
really,
seen his shows actually. I didn't
Look,
see his.
maybe-
I haven't
I
seen
think
his
he's
shows either.
hysterical.
He's
Oh, I love Jim.
hysterical.
Jim is,
But-
I love Jim.
But I think maybe it's he's not like, George Carlin was brilliant, but he wasn't camera friendly. Like he was good in some of his things that he did, a couple movies he did, but he wasn't great. Like the camera didn't love him. So maybe that's what's happening to Jim.
Well, Jim Gaffigan, you know what I think it is? He's like every man. Like guys go, oh, that's me. Oh, that's the guy who's loaded down by his wife and his kids, and he's a little fat, and he talks about food all the time. Like
Louis C.K.
Well, you know, it's funny because with Louis C.K., everyone thinks
That's
Louis
another
C.K.
one.
is a genius.
He's funny.
But yeah, he is. But he did call me the C word once. So, but anyway, we'll get past that.
Did?
He did?
Why would he do that to you?
I don't like him now.
Well, wait a minute.
He called you Connie?
He's
well-
one of my.
He called you Corey Kahaney?
I was at the comic strip, and this is a million years ago. This is before he was famous. And I had this joke about
Obviously, you couldn't get near him now.
red pubic hair. And I go, the sun will, I used to do this bit with Rebby, the sun will come out
'cause he's
tomorrow.
got red hair.
And he's got red hair. Okay. So here's what would happen every time but I didn't know he was going on after me. I didn't know, or I wouldn't have done the bit, because. So I saw him go up once after me, and somebody goes, fire crotch, and he goes, the sun will come, and he starts singing it, and the whole audience laughed, and nobody gave a shit, right? So anyway, I come off stage, I'm backstage, I'm putting my coat on, and blah, 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 and someone goes, you better get out there. Louis C.K. is really ripping you apart. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, he's calling you a cunt. And I go, Louis C.K. is calling me a cunt? Like, I thought Louis C.K. was my friend. Like, what do you mean he's calling me a cunt? And she goes, you better get out there. He's calling you a cunt. He's saying that he wants to. And I'm watching from the back thing, and he goes, I'm going to take, this is gross if anyone's listening. I'm going to take my cock, and I'm going to shove it down her throat till my red pubes, till she chokes on my red pubes. And he's saying all this like stuff.
Yeah, I'm kind of like turned on a little bit.
So,
Because that's aggressive.
that was really aggressive. So I go around the back. I come down the center aisle at the comic strip. It's like on a weekend. I put my hands up, like the little Irish guy from.
Like you're going to fight him?
Yeah, like those. What's the guy from Notre Dame? The little fighting Irish guy. And I put my fists up like this, and I go, "Bring it on, motherfucker!" And everyone goes, "Woo!"
That's
in the audience.
funny. Oh,
and
that's
he
even worse.
starts laughing, and he comes over the edge of the stage, and he leans down really close to me and whispers, and he goes, "Come here," and he whispers in my ear. He goes, I'm really sorry. He goes, but you made me look like a fool. And I had to do this just to get the audience back. He goes, I'm sorry. I go, okay, fine. And then I walked away.
Oh, so now
and then he stopped.
you should tell him you're still hurt over it and to put you on his show.
Oh, I should do that. I should.
I haven't gotten past this, Louis. I need a spot on your show.
I should call. I go, remember the time you called me a cunt? Well, I'll forgive
in
you.
front of 300 people?
Yeah, I'll forgive you if you give me a gig. If I can play your girlfriend.
No, you can call me a
probably
cunt on
would
your
do it.
show. Call me a cunt on
Will
your
you
show.
stop?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You have to change seats. I fucking neuropathy down my arm. Oh my God.
Why do you have neuropathy?
Because a fucking 90-year-old woman hit me from behind and my neck went out.
She went through a windshield.
So, and then I had to get tooth surgery on my shoulder.
That's
and
terrible.
so all the nerves are fucked up in my shoulder.
Did
so
you
now
sue her?
I got $20,000 for it. It was terrible. And then this other
That's
woman
it?
hit me in the back. Yeah, because the guy ripped me off. And then this other woman hit me in the back just recently, and it started all the nerve pain over again. So whenever I have something in my neck, but anyway, it's a long
You
story.
need to try drive in reverse.
And
I
hit
got to
them.
stop hitting.
And hit
So
them.
what? Titanium doesn't go off in the airport?
It does. Like I have a plate in case it does. Like if they have a super sensitive thing, or if they go up around me, and it could, but it hasn't. I've only flown twice since I had this done, and both times it didn't go off.
That goes to what airport is that? So I'm not going to fly out of that airline.
Right. No, my cousin was shot in the head and he has a bullet in his head.
Does it come off?
Such a
And
dramatic
they can't.
story.
I know. No, it wasn't tragic at all. Actually, he didn't even know he got shot. It was in the elevator, and
me?
someone took his. He was
A real
diamond,
gun?
a real gun, and shot him in the head, and it sealed up right away. There was a little blood, but he went to the hospital because he knew he got shot in the head.
But
They
what kind of
X-rayed.
gun is
It was.
that?
I know it was a little gun, and they shot
And
him
he
in the
didn't
head.
die?
They took his He didn't die. They took the diamonds, and he went to the hospital.
It might have been a BB gun.
I don't know, but the bullet, it's a real bullet. It's metal, and it's lodged near the brain.
Oh, and they
they
don't wanna
can't
take it
operate.
out.
They can't take it out. So he has a card from the doctor. So when he goes to the airport,
That's right. I have a card
beep, beep,
too.
beep, you have
yes,
right.
I have
so
the
that's
same
what I
thing.
was asking. Right.
Wow. And
You have
did he get like weird brain damagey?
Nothing. Everything. He can't play basketball.
Oh, in case
Why?
someone hits him in the head.
Because he can't
Well,
do like
can
a
he
crazy.
play
Why
football?
even live?
No, he can't play, and he's athletic. Right? Why live? Why live?
if you
Why
can-
live?
No, you don't even understand. He's an athlete. He loves sports.
Oh,
He's
then
upset.
that is sad.
Yeah,
When
That
did
is
when
sad.
did this happen?
like 20 years ago.
Oh, okay. So he's over it now.
Oh, he's totally great.
Now he doesn't even want to.
Oh, yeah. Now
do
he
anything.
lives in. This happened in São Paulo. He lives in Guarujá now.
Ooh.
Wow, you know international.
Guarujá.
International.
He says it gay.
Yeah, Guarujá.
Guarujá.
Guarujá. You have to pull like Guarujá.
Holy Toledo.
So now what?
All right. So now Danny's like, now what? Okay, let's go to my
Now what are we
list. I do
talking
have a
about?
list. Let's
I
see.
love
We're gonna
the
wrap
dead
with this.
airspace.
We're
Now
gonna
what?
we're gonna wrap with this last
This
one.
may be the wrong thing to wrap
because
with.
I'm
I like
performing
it.
tonight with Kevin Brennan at the Stress Factory.
Very
Oh,
funny,
nice.
Kevin Brennan.
and
love
when,
Kevin
and who
Brennan.
else?
Love him
and
too.
Jam and Jim Florentine.
Nice.
It's, very
I love
funny.
Jim.
I haven't seen
Jim's
Jim in a
such a
long
nice
time.
guy.
I love Jim.
I love
Jim's
Jim's
a really.
Jim's
he's got
picture.
a sexy voice.
I love his voice. How about his picture at the comic strip? You ever see?
Yeah,
He's got like
hysterical.
the blonde curls. He looks
Not
like
the mullet,
the
right? But it's
long
crazy.
hair.
it's just
like
crazy long girl hair. It's
yeah.
so
like
funny.
A long
It's
Yeah,
like
hair
a rock,
rock-
yeah,
Right.
but like a girl. If a girl, okay. Should we give all? Are we telling what we're doing
well,
now?
tomorrow. No, tomorrow. When is the when is the? What's today's date? The 18th, 19th.
Today's Thursday. The
19th
inauguration. It's
is
either
tomorrow.
tomorrow. It's tomorrow, right? Yeah. So here's the deal. John Lewis, the civil rights activist and also the congressman from Georgia, is not going to Trump's inauguration because they had a little fight. Well, what's his name? Lewis said that, what was the word? He said he is not a legitimate president. This is what he said, Lewis, John Lewis, because Russia meddled with the election results. And so then Trump went back with a tweet like, who are you? Georgia sucks, and always
You can't say, you can't. It's like he's the president of the United States.
It's
He's
so
gonna
embarrassing.
and he's saying Georgia sucks.
Well, no,
It's
he
part
said
of the-
what he said was, "Why don't you take care of your own state, Georgia? It's got a lot of problems, and it's got this, and of course it doesn't." Like he's just saying that, and then he goes, "You know about you? You're talk, no action." Okay. This is a guy who was part of the march over the bridge down, with Selma and with Martin Luther King. And, he was beaten to a bloody pulp. It was called Bloody Sunday. And like he's everything that
Right.
isn't
What
no
Trump
talk.
said, right.
He's all action. He's a great guy. Okay. So, but he said the first thing, he's not a legitimate president till we find out what's going on with Russia and blah, blah, blah. So he got all pissed off. So then when he said that, a lot of people in Congress got pissed off because they're friends with him and they like him and they respect him. So now a lot of people, I don't know how many it is
Are
now,
boycotting.
are boycotting the inauguration, and they say it's terrible that he's an American hero. How could you do that?
And I bet it's mostly men because the women would not pass that up. They wouldn't because it's in the mall.
This is what I think about
What
the
do you
whole
think?
boycott thing. I
do you
think
think?
I think it's all show business. I think you're supposed to boycott the inauguration, and then you show up at the inauguration, and so you get press from boycotting, and then you show up, you get more press, and it's like, oh well, we forgive him.
It is a show.
It's a show.
It's
all,
a show.
They're all everyone's
I
showing
think
up
this
to the
guy's really
inauguration.
pissed. If he's marching,
Everyone's showing up.
If he's
No, he won't go. He won't
He
go.
won't
Yeah, he's
go
not go-
because he has a different agenda.
Maybe he won't go, right?
Because
but
he's
most
an
people
activist.
will go.
He's
Right.
an activist.
But
And
here's the latest thing now, because now Trump has said, I just read this before it came out. Trump is now tweeting, oh, he's a liar. Now he's calling him a liar because this guy said, I've been to every other inauguration. His is the only one I'm not going to go to. Evidently, he also didn't go to George Bush's. I don't know which George Bush.
Well, because
but one
he
of those.
rigged the election too, the Bush.
Oh yeah, that's
Florida.
probably
Florida
why. That's
votes,
Florida.
right?
That's why.
But let me
Okay.
ask you something.
Go ahead.
Let's just say, for argument's sake,
Yes.
he's making a big
he
statement.
doesn't
there.
like white people.
Who doesn't?
I'm joking.
Jodie.
No, he doesn't like orange people. He's not white. All right. Let's just say he's wrong. Will he be man enough to say, I apologize?
Who's wrong? Oh, that Russia had nothing to do
that
with it.
Russia had nothing to do with it.
Maybe. I don't know. But how will we find out if the president doesn't want to do an Like, here's the thing about why would Trump want to do an investigation?
Forwarded my calls. Turn that off.
Who the F is calling
They
you,
keep
Carrie?
doing that now. Stop calling me. I'm
maybe it's
doing
your
a
child.
live.
Yeah, you see, she's
Maybe it's
live.
your
Stop
child.
it.
Hey, Michael Gunther wants to know who's that on your shirt.
I love that shirt, by the
person
way.
I
It's
wanna
Donald
be.
Trump.
Show it to the
person-
camera. Show
the
your
person
camera
she
to your
wants to
shirt.
be.
Joke.
Wow.
Face
No, that
out
was ridiculous. I don't know.
It's
just
very
a woman.
It's very glamorous, and she's
It's a
glitzy and
she's
blitzy.
glitzy.
She is. Okay, here's what I think.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what I think?
Yes.
I don't know what I think. I think both things. The problem with me, I can always see both sides. You know, I understand why he wouldn't want to go. How dare you say, you know, but here's the thing. Who's the other guy he called not a hero who was a prisoner of war? McCain. Like, that guy's showing up, but he's a Republican.
No, and then he said, well, I wouldn't be a prisoner of war because I wouldn't have gotten caught.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he
it's
said.
so embarrassing.
I remember he said that.
Yeah, he said
I wouldn't have gotten caught.
He said, "I like heroes that don't get caught."
Yeah.
So, like, why insult these people? Like John Lewis and John McCain, like these people who've done like
It's part of show
things
business.
for the country.
It's part of the way he,
Why
you know,
attack? I don't know. So,
It's all show business.
It's all shock.
but
all
Shock.
if someone did that to me, like, I don't know, I was trying to think, what could you say to me? But I'm not in politics. But if someone said, you're a shitty mother, you are a shitty comic, you're just full of it,
so
and
you-
you're this and you're that.
You
I would
show
go,
up with your kids with makeup and black
And we
eyes.
want to make
and a
sure
cast on the
that
baby.
you didn't
That's
rig
what you do.
the PTA ballot.
yeah, I think I would be mad and maybe not go. But at the same time, I feel like we should be united. But at the same time, if someone is going to be, I don't know.
We are united. It's us against them.
Who's us and who's them?
Us and then them in in the president and all the
politics,
people
politicians.
around. Politicians
They're all
and
bullshitters.
big
Yeah, it's all
big
bullshit.
companies.
Look what de Blasio
they don't care
did.
about us.
No.
None of them care about us. They
They
never
try. They do.
will.
Yeah, they do the best
He
they can. Like
blatantly
they, you know, they
lied.
try.
No.
Over
No, they don't try.
Maybe they don't
I'll
try.
tell you what they do.
Huh.
They know they're outnumbered by our masses, so they try to appease us.
Right.
Slightly.
Makes sense.
They cause a diversion, good cop, bad cop, right? Two teams,
Yep.
Democrats, Republicans. Meanwhile, yet they're all working
Divide
together.
and conquer.
It is divide and conquer.
They're all working together. Meanwhile, so we can't be like, oh, well, we're all going to be mad at Trump now for doing whatever he's going to do. And then in the next, let's say a Democrat, then next, 4 years, it'll be a Democrat. So it's like, we'll do this, we'll do that. They're not going to do anything.
That's
No.
why I don't.
Nothing.
That's why
So
I don't invest
that's
in any
why
of it. I don't
say.
invest in
I
any
say
of
the
this.
same thing.
My motto is live your life every day.
Yes.
'Cause
Rita
for
Zager, listen to this.
You don't know what tomorrow
I
is.
agree, I agree.
Stop chatting on Facebook about your bullshit
Yeah.
political views that you have no fucking idea
Yeah,
what you're
nobody knows
talking
what they're
about.
Yeah.
talking about. I agree.
And let's just have fun.
Work on your stuff.
We're here
And
for 5
save
minutes.
the
Have
animals.
a good time. Go to a comedy club.
That's
Enjoy.
right.
Laugh.
I
Who
agree.
cares what
I agree.
happens?
Okay, let me
I
just
agree.
say.
No, can I just say
Let me
what de
just say-
Blasio did?
Okay, but let me just say to that, I have posted political things on Facebook. All right, having said
De
that.
Blasio.
Go ahead.
Big liberal. I remember when he first was running for the mayor, he did this whole thing how he's going to ban horse carriages in New
Oh, right.
York.
Remember
The
that?
horse carriages. And I remember all these liberals, everyone was like, what
Happy.
Well, that's why
Yeah,
Christine
yeah.
Quinn
So he-
didn't.
that's
didn't-
why he won.
Yeah,
She
yes,
lost.
Listen, we're going to ban, because that was a big thing with a lot of liberals.
Torturing
ban the-
those
The
animals.
horse carriage,
Mm-hmm.
for the tourists. And he was really on it. He hasn't done shit for
Now,
it.
one thing he's
Now,
not-
one thing. And now they went back out, I think today, and they were protesting to get rid of these things, these poor horses.
It's so
and he
mean.
played everybody because
Right.
he did nothing.
Because let me tell you what. I'll
Nothing.
tell you why he did nothing.
Whoa, it's getting ugly.
Because the bottom line is, I might be the puppet, but there's big strings behind me
And
going.
money, right,
You're
big
not
strings, right.
say whatever you got to say, but you ain't doing that. You ain't doing that.
Oh,
ain't
you
doing
can't
that.
ban the
You
horse
can't do
carriage?
it. You
Really?
can't do anything.
There must be
The
something
only
attached, money
the only
to
way,
it.
The only way people can really take back this country is if you really take it back with violence, like
Right.
overturn.
Carrie.
Now I'm with Carrie.
I'm with Gary.
I don't
I'm
know.
with
I
Carrie.
agree with you.
We talk about this all the time.
You have to unite as the little people, blacks, whites, greens, purples, yellows,
we gotta
whatever
level-
fucking color you are.
level
We
the
all have
country.
to be on it
Right.
together, in
Right.
it together, and take the rich, controlling people, right?
Like Marie Antoinette. Is that what
I
you're
don't know.
saying?
I also
but you
don't
know
know
what?
what
I
that
gotta
means.
probably tell
what
you
does that
another
mean?
thing.
The rich
The-
control. Who are they?
I
Where
don't
are
know.
they? Which
I don't
ones?
know, but some of them
Who's
are
rich controlling?
whoever's making up the laws and changing the Constitution and doing the
my God,
pharmaceutical
it's just
reps.
Well,
so
guess
many-
what? On
it's such a
Saturday, they're
democracy.
expecting almost 100,000 people to be marching from the east side to Trump
It's not going to
Towers.
do anything. Who cares? It's just
Yeah,
going
I
to
think it
fix up
does
the
do
traffic.
things.
100,000 people
I
in
think
that
it does
little.
do something.
Oh, that's a lot of people, Carrie,
I think-
marching down the street of
I think when
Manhattan.
you protest, that's the best way to make things happen.
But it doesn't happen.
But you look
Nothing
at Martin
Well,
Luther
what
King.
does protesting
Look-
mean?
Look at Martin Luther
Nothing.
King's
So
protests.
we have a point that we want to make.
And then what happened?
Nothing. They don't care.
No, Martin Luther King, they did protests. They marched, and look what happened. Black people used to have to sit in the back of the bus. He said, everybody stay off the buses, all black people. Guess what? They needed black people to run the buses because they needed the money. And guess what happened? Black people were allowed to sit wherever they wanted to sit on the bus. So when you protest, shit happens.
Some shit.
I'm all for protesting.
Some shit.
Okay,
Some
well,
shit. But you
that's
know
a
what?
good answer.
Here's my
Okay.
mind. Just
But is
go
it going to
out.
overthrow a government?
But that was a non-violent protest.
I would
That
never
was
do
non-violent protest.
Listen, if you tell me let's go protest, I'm gonna be like, no. I'll be hanging out having a taco with my kid. I'm not going to protest.
That's
because
what I said.
I don't.
Why
feel,
won't you protest?
Because I'm going to be menstruating on Saturday,
That's not a
and
good
I'm
answer.
not going because I don't like crowds.
I don't.
and I don't agree with. You know what? Because it's supposed to be a woman's march.
I love that you said that you're menstruating on then.
I am going to
you
be.
still
That was just no-
menstruate?
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, good for you. I wish I was in your spot.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You know.
Listen. So
I've had
I'm
16
in-
hot flashes since we started this thing.
no, seriously. That's what I said. I go because everyone was like, "Do you want to go?" I said, "I'm sorry. Sorry about this. I don't want to."
Adam.
You
Adam's
can listen.
easygoing,
So
doesn't
I said no because I think that's gonna be my time of the month, and I'm not going to Washington D.C. with no. I'm like, I'm not doing it. It's not, and I don't like crowds.
I hate crowds.
And
I'm always afraid of
I
getting
don't
trampled.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't like the fact that it's supposed to be a women's march, right?
Right.
About women's rights,
Right.
and abortion, and
Which
and
I'm all
women's laws.
for, all those
But now
things.
it's becoming an anti-Trump rally,
But-
and I don't like that because to me, I don't give a shit who's president. It's all the freaking same to
It's
me.
the same. But I will say, give them a chance before
Yes.
you hang them.
But here's
That's
the thing.
what I say.
The
I'm
reason,
with you.
The reason the women are saying, the reason it's looking like an anti-Trump thing is because
It is. They're marching to Trump Towers.
because Trump is saying that he wants to he wants to take Roe v. Wade from national to the states. And that is the first way to break it down and get rid of it. And
That'll
women are
never
like,
happen.
Women are like, fuck no.
It'll
you're
never
not
happen.
I'm telling you,
It'll
you
never
should see
happen.
what they did in Texas with abortion clinics. You should see how they closed them down systematically. There used to be like, I forget how many. And
when
then
did
it's
they
like,
do this?
in the last couple of years. There was
Okay,
a whole,
under Obama. Has
Yes.
nothing to do with Trump.
no, but it's Obama is not the one doing it. That's what I'm saying to you. There are very right wing Christian people who want to get rid of
yeah.
all this stuff.
So then
and
it
they
doesn't
fight,
matter
fight.
whether it's Obama or Trump in
Exactly.
office.
Doesn't matter, right?
Doesn't
but
matter.
The
if
people
that's-
that are
if
making
that's
they're
what
blowing
happens-
up abortion clinics.
But
I
if
mean,
that's
you know.
what happens under a Democratic president, guess what's going to happen?
I agree.
With a president
Yes.
who
That's for it.
wants
And
it to
that's
happen.
why-
And we are and the thing is, Donald Trump and his daughters and his granddaughters, they'll all be able to get an abortion any day of the week. If for some reason they screw up and they get pregnant, no problem. But if it's a poor woman who lives in Texas, and now Texas, the state of Texas, which is a Republican state and right wing and Christian and all that, and they say, well, we're not going to have it here anymore. The president said we can take a vote. We take a vote. Texas no longer has
I think,
abortions.
but also-
all the women who are poor will not be able
But
to get
here's
abortion.
what I don't
Rich
like
women
about
will.
abortion.
Go ahead.
You can have an abortion up to 8 months.
No, you can't.
Yes, they can. Look it up. Google it.
That's not a true thing.
I'm not going to hit you.
No, don't hit me. That is what they say. That's what Trump was saying, and other people are saying. That's not legal.
I know
It's-
because I
it's-
talked to my gynecologist, the doctor.
You're
about
only
it.
What did
allowed
he
to have
say?
it.
She said
It's
it
ridiculous.
doesn't happen.
It never-
And let me tell you something. I've seen women who lose their babies at 8 weeks and how devastated they are.
Yeah.
No one's getting an abortion at 8 months
No,
because
you'd be
they want
surprised.
to. Really? Because they want to?
Well, no, how does a kid go give birth in the gymnasium or whatever? where
That's
she-
murder.
her Prom.
That's not
and
an
then
abortion.
She flushes it down the
That's
toilet.
not an abortion,
So
that's
who's
murder.
to say she wouldn't have an abortion at 8 months?
Because no one will do it.
It's never happened. It's a thing that
Oh,
they
I
say.
like Carrie's point. She made a good point. So if someone's going to give birth and leave the baby in a dumpster behind the toilet at 8 months, who's to say that they're not going to go and abort it at 8 months? or
Right.
No
seven-
doctor-
At 7.5
Here's
I'm
what I
going to
think
say
a
most
doctor
doctors
should
won't
do.
do it.
Doctors won't do it,
doctors
but
won't do it.
people will do it.
There are people that will do
That
it.
will do it.
Well, there's always going to be people.
There's
who do
also-
it.
I also think
these
that
are very rare
Hold on, but
stories.
at 8
Rare.
months, they could also knock her out with a thing, take the baby out, and give it to someone who wants it,
Right.
Yeah, how
and
about
then
that?
tell her that you aborted it.
That's fun.
Well, okay, these
I'll
are
take
very
it.
like sci-fi
take it.
things that,
Yeah.
that could
My
happen.
This
Maybe.
went- yeah, it got all
My
science
ship-
okay, we
fiction.
got-
My
It
ship
got-
has,
it got
my
really-
ship has passed. So look, I'm
You'll
gonna
take a baby. I believe, truly,
take a
I would
baby.
take a baby too. I'm gonna look into
any color. I don't care.
fostering a child. I would take any color baby.
You wait a minute. You're going to
anything.
take another kid?
yellow, brown, black.
I want to do
Carrie, I
foster
can't
kid.
believe that's
Joanne
what's
Rafferty says this is amazing. Went from crabs to Trump.
See, little tiny,
This
whatever
is-
they're called.
This is the craziest show from ass smells
Yeah,
to
right, ass
abortion
smelling.
to see,
Sorry,
we
we
go
talked
from
about
the
it.
minutia of life to politics.
But I knew we were going to have a great show
I
tonight
like the
because
dance
I
party.
love
I
love
these
you
two
too.
people.
I like the dance party in front of Pence's house.
Oh, that was fun. The gay dance
The
party.
gay
in front
dance
of,
party
Wait,
The,
I don't
the
know the
gays
gay
are
dance.
dancing
No.
all night long in front of Pence's
that
house.
true?
A gay
Yeah.
dance
I
party.
love
Gay
that.
dance protest.
I love
With no
that.
And they were
shirts
all
and
dancing.
short shorts. They're all
They were
dancing.
dancing to disco.
Was
Like
that tonight,
500
tomorrow?
gay
Is
men
it
are
yesterday?
dancing. Or
It
no,
was
yesterday.
Oh my God! Why
I
did
put it on my wall. Go, you'll see the video.
God.
You know,
Oh,
what I
Hysterical.
don't, you know what I don't like? I believe in there's one.
That's funny.
I
That is
believe,
really
hilarious.
funny.
I believe there's one God, and I believe you have the right to do whatever you want with your body. But then you're going to have to answer to that God. So who am I
Right.
to tell you what to do with yourself?
Right.
Do whatever you want.
Right, separating
What
church
am
from
I?
state.
What are you,
I'm big
your
on that
mother?
too.
I'm not
Exactly.
your
Right.
mother.
Right.
I don't think Pence or
Your mother?
Trump
Nobody
or
has-
anybody
I
has
agree.
the right to tell you where the fuck
Right.
to do what yourself. Because one day, like all these rich whatever that are causing all these issues, they're all gonna have to answer
Right.
to one God.
Yeah,
If
look
you
what happened
believe
to
it or
Peter
not-
People
Shapiro.
believe in God. If people believe in
Well,
God.
I
if
like
they
to
don't
separate-
believe in
I-
God, they're gonna have to answer to God one day why they didn't believe in Him.
Yeah, I'm very big on separation of church and state. I don't think that the state has any right to tell you
At all.
No,
what to do
you can't tell a woman she can't. Like
with
who-
your religion.
Who are
Yeah,
you to
it's
say
ridiculous.
anything?
Or whatever
But
you
then
want
it
to do
becomes
with
murder.
yourself.
That's what it all. It's that. Then it gets really.
Well, 8 months, yes.
Right. Or 5 months. Is that murder? Is 4
Yes.
months murder? So
4
that's where.
months.
That's what
I
happens.
I think
That's what
3
it's about.
weeks to a month, it's like a speck, maybe.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But if you leave it, it's going to turn into a baby. And the argument is, so if you leave it, it turns into a baby. So if you're going to get rid of it at 3 months or 2 months, it's really
Yeah,
a
but it
baby.
doesn't
because
have
if you leave it,
feelings.
it's going to be a baby.
But you can
it doesn't
also
have
say
feelings.
Do you eat
that
eggs?
sperm is going to be a baby, so your sperm is holy.
so
and,
you shouldn't
know-
jerk off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the
So if
Okay,
you're
because you're killing all those babies.
because that's a baby that could happen
And
too.
then, and,
But
Right,
and then Orthodox.
That's a great
people
argument. I like
can't
that
jerk
argument.
Off.
Wait a minute,
Well,
you're not
no,
allowed to jerk
but
off?
that's religion. Yeah, you're not allowed to waste seed in. I don't
didn't know that.
Wait.
Wait, Catholic, you're allowed to waste seed or you're not?
I don't know. I'm not Catholic.
well, a
are
Catholic
you?
when I was young,
Orthodox.
that
Greek
was a thing that
Orthodox?
you
Yeah,
weren't
Greek
supposed to
Orthodox.
play with yourself back when. But I think today everybody just does whatever.
Oh
they
yeah,
want.
no, Jewish Orthodox, you're not allowed to waste seed.
But why would
And you're
God make it
Orthodox.
feel so good?
Feels good.
Give you hands and then say, nope.
That's what
don't
they
touch
want you
that.
to get married when you're
That's
19,
all-
20
that's
years
all.
old. You get married.
Somebody wrote that bullshit down.
I
and
don't
then
know.
said, look,
That's the law.
my kid is jerking off a little too much. I can't get a hot shower. Let me write that in the book.
That's why they want you to get
can't
married.
Play
Right.
with
That's the
yourself.
way they get you to get. But wait a minute. So you're wait. I was
That's
going to ask you
funny.
an Orthodox
But I like that.
question.
I like that the strategy, that debate. That you can't. That so then they would tell you that you can't jerk off the state.
Yeah,
So,
because
right.
then that
Then
is also going to be a
also,
baby.
Right.
That's right.
Look,
Patty,
I
I think you
understand.
should run for president.
Also, the thing is, I understand it's a touchy subject. I understand how strongly people believe, especially religious people. I'm not religious, so I understand that religious people are have very strong beliefs
hold on.
about abortion and all those kind of things. But I understand that. But when push comes to shove, it's not your vagina. It's not your baby. It's not your money. It's not any. That is this woman's
Worry
life.
about yourself.
Yeah, that's the way I see it. But I understand.
Worry about yourself.
I understand people being upset, but
The whole thing is so lame. The whole, even the racist shit. It's like, people are people. What is wrong with you people? Relax.
I know. Do we have time
Who
to get into
cares what
racism
someone-
tonight?
Can we talk about racism?
No, but I'm just saying, like, who cares what color somebody is? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I don't
like
know.
the other day, somebody said something to me. and it just tweaked me so bad. I don't really want to say it, but he referred to his niece and nephew as the little black ones, and I was like, I have little black nieces and nephews, but I don't go, oh, my little black nieces and nephews
So
are
he's
coming
got
over.
a thing going on.
So I go to him, why would you say that? Who cares what color? Like, are you fucking that retarded? I go to him, and like, he's probably watching. But so, like,
no, I have cousins like that.
we
also.
have to get over the whole thing. It's almost like I want aliens to come and land on this planet that have like 3 heads, and then there is no more color on this planet. Now it's like, holy shit, aliens are here.
Those are the Muslims.
Jodie. Jodie goes like,
Joking. Joking.
My
Because that
daughter.
did take away from the black people, the Muslims. The black people are not as hated in this country. Well,
Listen,
at least
there
for a lot of
are
people.
There's
now they're after
always the
Muslims.
next one in. Like my people were the Irish. The Irish were
Right.
the lowest of the lows when they first came to this country. They did all the menial labor. They did, and then the Irish. Then they moved their way. Now the next group comes in. Now they're the lower of the
Right.
low.
I remember
It's
growing
always-
up Greek, and it was a very waspy white neighborhood, and we were never invited to any of their block
that's
party
terrible.
things.
Really?
We felt like we were, but my mother didn't really care. I didn't really care. I cared because I was a kid, because I would see all my friends and their
Why do you feel
parents
like Greek people?
interacting, and
Well,
we were
no,
like,
they're
I was
Middle
like,
Eastern
really?
ethnic, and you're WASP, so they're
Right. My
completely
mother
opposites.
never
Like,
cared.
Who are
though.
these people?
My
Right.
mother never cared. She was like, "You really?"
My
You?"
family's like the
Good.
United Nations.
What?
You're-
I got my brother married a Peruvian woman, so now
wow.
I have Peruvian, nieces and nephews. They get the whole family came, the 20 people from Peru. My brother married a Christian woman. They're like really white, like Christian. From
They have
the South.
Jesus crosses everywhere all
they're
over
like
the house.
they're Jesus for sure. They're
right.
Christian. Like they'd have a pig roast in the backyard, like gross. I can't even
What's wrong with that?
That's a Greek thing.
That's a Greek thing. Greek eat pigs.
No, we eat lamb, pigs, anything you
I
put in
love
front of
lamb
us.
so much.
You got to come to my house for
I
Easter.
love lamb.
Can I say one more thing about race? How are we doing time-wise?
We're done.
We're done. The last thing about race. I feel like it changes, because I was talking to my daughter. When she was in high school, and she had bought. She always would buy at Christmas. She always wanted the black Barbie or the Latin Barbie, or always with the brown skin, and always never wanted. And my other daughter always wanted the blonde Barbie. Anyway, she always wanted the black Barbie. Okay,
That's so funny
And then
to
her
me.
best friends. In nursery school, all of her friends were always the black kids. Like there were 2 little black girls, twins, and there were the other 2 girls who were twins that were black. Like we had 2 sisters. Those were always the girls coming over to the house. Then in high school, there's one black girl in her whole high school. They both wore Obama t-shirts together, and that was her best friend. Okay, so we're in the car and we're driving, and she's saying something
Is
about
this the comedian?
No, this is my youngest one. And we're talking, and I said, it's funny, isn't it, Anna, that all your best friends are always black or Hispanic. And she goes, what do you mean? And I go, well, like when you were a kid, you always had the black Barbie and the Hispanic Barbie, and and now your best friend is black too. Like you're always attracted to black people. And then she's just like really quiet, and she goes, I never thought about that.
She never
before.
saw color.
Exactly. And how embarrassing that was to me. She goes,
You
because she kept
racist
going, what
bitch.
do you, she's
You
like, what do
racist.
you mean? And she goes, oh, I never really thought of Chelsea
Right,
as black.
Or
What
any
the-
color.
But see, when you are raised like
With bigots.
with
With Archie Bunker
but
in the #1 sitcom.
I don't consider myself racist, but that in a way is a racist comment to notice
The color.
and
That-
the color of all her friends. And it's not like I ever pointed out, your friend is black and your Barbie's black. I had never said anything about it till high school. And then she was just like, I never noticed that. I didn't
Look,
She didn't see color.
there are parents who would never let their kids get a black Barbie.
You know what? It's funny because I was at Toys R Us, and there was a black woman getting the blonde Barbie to put in the thing, and the black husband's like, "There's no way that's going in our cart. There's no way." And the wife goes, "But this is the one she wants, the blonde Malibu or whatever it was called, the certain Barbie." And he goes, "I don't care. Put it back. Put it back. We're getting the black Barbie." He takes a black Barbie
I love
and
it.
put it down. It was right before Christmas, but anyway.
That's funny.
See, racist goes both ways.
It-
It just. gotta just love people for who they are.
Exactly.
Forget this bullshit.
On
Anyway,
that note,
we're out.
We're out.
but wait, we got to say where you're going to be. Where you going to be?
Sunday night at the Village Underground, 8:00 show.
Great
Beautiful.
show. You gotta
And
catch
in-
that.
in New
He's
York
hilarious.
City.
So funny. And
I'm
get
going
a
to be doing
stenciling.
Carrie's show in February. I'm promoting your show. Can I?
Gyrolicious.
Yes, Gyrolicious. I don't know the date
Gyrolicious.
yet.
We
I
don't have
haven't-
the date yet. But,
Yeah, but
will
we're-
you come see me at Gyrolicious?
She is so
Absolutely.
funny. I
Yeah.
love Jodie. Jodie is such a character and just says she has the funniest take on things.
Wasserman.
Wasserman. Of course, Wasserman.
The Was.
She is so funny. She has this one bit. I'm not going to do it, but
No, I
oh
have to
god,
do-
wait, in
I know
the
which
gym.
one.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
funny.
my
and,
God.
and you're going to be.
I remember everybody's act but my own. Isn't
I
that
can never
amazing?
remember my own. I can't remember my own.
And I'm going to be at the Stress Factory
In 2
tonight-
hours.
Tonight,
Today,
tomorrow
soon.
with Kevin Brennan, and Saturday night I'm at some fundraiser in Massapequa.
Is it open or is it private?
I think it's open, but it's for like some kids' little league. So would you
All right.
go?
Well, look on her Facebook if you find out where it is. And I am going to be at Gyrolicious
Saturday
night. Oh, Carrie's restaurant.
But it's sold out, so you can't
It's
come.
sold out. But
Patty sold it out. You're with a couple of really good comics.
who am I with again?
You're with John Consoli,
John Consoli and Jim Gallagher.
Jim Gallagher, who I love to death.
I love him too. Very funny.
And
very funny.
hosting the show is.
There's going to be 4 of us.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Who?
I don't know. I forgot. I
Oh, boy.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Well, it's sold out and it's going to be a great show.
Going to be a great show. Thank you, Danny.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe Pontillo. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I feel
Thank
better.
you.
All right. Well, thank
And
you
we
for
are at the
watching.
rec room. We want to put one more thing in for Adam.
Thank you,
the rec
Adam.
room here in Queens. He does.
This is the best studio.
It's a studio. You can
Never
rent
get water
Adam
in
and
here.
him.
You
Yeah.
can't get a cup of water.
We'll have water next time.
But we will have water. But thank you for joining us, and we
Thank
hope you
you.
enjoyed the show.